Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today, we are going to speak about the Quran and the science. And in the same time, Muslims are welcome to call us, even to change the topic, if they can prove to us that Muhammad is a prophet. My Skype is already open, so in case there is any Muslim would like to join us. If we search in YouTube, we will find millions of videos made by Mohammedans speaking about the amazing scientific miracles of the Quran. And the weird is that what the Muslims, the Mohammedan, they do, they change the meaning of their book to make it fit with science. And this is telling us a lot that Islam is not a religion. Islam is a satanic, demonic, fabricated cult. Because only demon and followers of Satan, they are willing to bend their scriptures, if we can call it scriptures, and their text to make it fit with someone else's text. Somebody saying, hey, Christian Prince, I would like to debate you why Islam is more truthful way than Christianity. Well, no problem, call me, my friend. You will be more than welcome. And let us see if how many seconds you will survive after you call me. We have here a gentleman. He is offering us a topic. I would like to debate you why Islam is more truthful. Look how powerful the challenge is. Why? I don't know if you notice, we are here exposing the lies of the Quran, and you are saying to me, no, I got the wrong one, sorry. The wrong text. Where is the guy? Ali Siyan. Ali Siyan. Yeah. Mr. Ali Sayan, he is offering us a debate. That's wonderful. Well, Ali, I will be happy to see you calling me. I will be waiting for you. The admin, they will give you my Skype. Please don't hesitate to call me immediately. I cannot tell you how much I am waiting to see how powerful your speech will be and the proofs and the reference you will give us. I find it very embarrassing that even you think for a second that Islam is what? More is more the truthful way. Very funny to say even the word more. Because if you say more, that's mean Christianity is a truthful way. When you say more, it's like saying my glue is more sticky. I don't know. Muslims sometimes they try to prove us wrong, but they prove themselves wrong by doing that. But anyway, I will be happy to get you calling me, and let us see if you mean what you say. Here we go. We accepted your offer. And let us see how more it is. So going back to the topic, until this gentleman, he get the courage to call me. Otherwise, his statement is useless. When a Muslim, he speak about truthful, we are making this broadcast today to show everybody that you Muslims have zero truth in your side, and you are not even truthful. So how you can teach me about the truth when your prophet taught you can lie to non-Muslims, you can lie to your wife, wife can lie to her husband, and you can lie to your friends. So who's left? So how somebody he follow a liar guru? Your prophet Muhammad is the lying guru. Have you ever heard of a guru teaching his followers to lie? He's not saying to them, sometime Allah forgive you. No, no, no. He's saying you can lie in 3 ways, in 3 occasions. So you are a follower of the Mr. Lying Guru, the professional liar who is funny, and we are laughing at him. And you are telling me you want to debate me about Islam is more truthful. I don't know how that will work for you, but I will be happy to hear it. Someone in Arabic, he says, Al-Harbu Khuda, BMB. No, this is not about war and, Harbu Khuda. It's okay to say Al-Harbu Khuda. War is deception, but this is not about war. You lie to your wife. Are you in war with your wife? Is she going to kill you? The wife lied to her husband. If you cannot be honest even with inside your house, you will be honest with who? This has nothing to do with war. Lying to your friends. Are you in war with your friends? When somebody promotes lying, he cannot be considered to be a prophet. The Bible is so clear. It says, who is the father of all lies? The answer is the devil. Very simple. Anyway, we will see if we will get the text. Let me see. I think we have a text. Okay, I don't know. There is somebody texting me. I don't know. I have no idea who is this guy. Let us see. We hope it's not Fakira. We will see. How truthful, really, what they claim, I believe they have zero truth in what they say. Hello? Fakira, yeah. The girl Fakira, she is calling me. She is excited and she is horny. Do we have any real Muslim would like to call us? You see, actually, this guy from Senegal is an example of how Muslims are ashamed of their religion. They wash their hands, even from what the Quran is saying, and they come with different meaning. They wash their hands from what their prophet is saying, but the second we say to them, where Muhammad? Who is Muhammad? Who is his father? They say Abdullah. We say, who is his wife? They say Aisha, Khadija, Safiya. We say, where you got this information from? He say from the books of history. But all of us, we knew that books of history never spoke about Muhammad wife or Muhammad father. The only one knows this information is the Muslim books. And there are even few, from the early history of Islam. So when Muslims, turn to be fake Muslims, washing their hands from the Quran, when a Muslim, he called his prophet the F word. I mean, how pleasant it is to be a Muslim then. We are waiting for any Muslim to call us. Feel free. Otherwise, your challenge is a fake challenge. All right. All right, we have a sheikh from Kuwait, but I don't know when he will be online. Well, let's see. We have a sheikh from Kuwait. There's a channel from Indonesian channel, debating Muslims, which look like they are doing a good job. And they offer him to debate me, and he looked like he want to do it, so we'll see. Do we have any Muslim would like to speak to us about the wonderful, amazing miracles in the Quran? Who is a Muhammadan? From all those call themselves followers of Muhammad, is willing to call us and show us the miracles of the Quran. Choose anyone. One by one, they turn to be false. You see, I found a video for Lulu Dawa. And Lulu Dawa, he claimed that he's a prophet, he found a lot of things. And I find it very funny that Lulu Dawa, he called Muslim dogs. He said that the prophet, he prophesied that Aisha, she will be surrounded by dogs. If you don't believe me that he said that, this is the name of the video. 4 miracles left Christians speechless. And what is the miracle? The prophet, he prophesied that Aisha, she will be bad, and she will be surrounded by dogs. But all of us, we knew that the one she was surrounded by is her brothers and her father and Omar. Those are the dogs. Who is the one who supported Aisha? Can you believe it? This is a subtitle. I'm not playing the video, but you can watch the video yourself. Can you believe it that there is a human being, in order to claim that he's a prophet, he prophesied something. He claimed that his prophet wife was surrounded by dogs. Dogs. Not cats. Any Muslim can explain to us? Is that really a prophecy of a Prophet Muhammad? That the Muslims who they are around Aisha, the Sunni, the Muslim Sunni, they are dogs? And Aisha, she was fighting Ali, and Muhammad told Ali, when she do that, forgive her. Who is the dogs who are chasing Aisha, Ali Dawa? Who is a Muslim willing voluntarily to tell us? Remember, he claimed and he said she will be doing wrong. And Muhammad, he asked Ali to forgive her. And she was chased by dogs, which means those are the Muslims who they are around her. You know, there's nobody there except the Muslims. There's nobody. There's no non-believers there no more. There's no Christian, no Jews, nobody, just Muslims. Do we have any Muslim? Any Muhammadan? Is that really a prophecy of Muhammad? Anyone would like support that? The claim of a Lulu Dawa? How truthful is what the Muhammadan they say about their prophet and his wife? Anyone? Look at them. They are very much heroes. And you know, I mean, the video is very funny. Lulu Dawa, he claimed that the Quran predict the name of the king of he claimed in the video, he says like the Quran correct the Bible. Why? Because the Quran called the Pharaoh, Pharaoh. How the Quran knew the word Pharaoh? And the Bible is mistaken because the Bible says in the time of the James, called the king at that time Pharaoh. And he says they found in history that this is not true. There was no Pharaoh at that time. In fact, the Quran is made by a stupid idiot. His name is Muhammad. Muhammad, he don't call the Pharaoh. Muhammad, he think his name is Pharaoh. If you type the word Al, I will do it in front of you in the screen, even though you don't speak Arabic. Al, it's just two letters, A and L. You will see tons of verses in the Quran mentioning the word Al. Chapter 2, verse number 49, Alu Fir'aun. Ali Fir'aun. See it? Ali Fir'aun. Chapter 248, Ali Musa. Ali Musa. We're trying to find what Al mean. Ali Fir'aun. Again, chapter 3, verse 11. Ali Ibrahim. Chapter 4, verse number 54. Ali Fir'aun. Verse number 7, chapter 7, verse number 130. Etc. Ali Lut. Chapter 15, verse number 59. Ali Lut. Chapter 1561. Ali Yaqub. Chapter 19, verse number 6. And etc. I mean, it's all over the Quran. Let us see what Al mean. You know what Al mean? Let us go to 19:6. Ali Yaqub. And this is the Muslim translation. You will notice that the word Al is presented only before an individual name. Jacob. And this is the word Al. They translate it as a prosperity, the family. So the stupid Muhammad, he think that the Pharaoh is a name of a person. This is why he don't call him, you know, like he don't add just a name. He says Ali Ibrahim, the family of Abraham. Ali Yaqub, the family of Jacob. Ali Lut, the family of Lut. Musa, etc. So the word Al, which is not even, by the way, not Arabic, is added before the name of an individual. It is not going to be added except before a name of an individual, not a title. You don't say Alul Malik, which means the family of the king. It doesn't work. It have to be a name of a singular individual. Singular name. And this is how easy we get them busted with their lies, claiming that Muhammad, he discovered a discovery. In fact, the silly Muhammad, he think that Haman is the one who built the Babylon Tower, but in Egypt. According to Muhammad, Haman was a minister in different country, in different state, in different time. Chapter 28, verse number 38. Chapter 40, verse number 36. Both of them speak about something very funny. According to the silly Muhammad, Haman, he built the Babylon Tower just to get Moses busted. And where he built it? He built it in Egypt. But Haman is not even an Egyptian. And that tower never built in Egypt. So the Pharaoh, he said to Haman, build the tower so we can see if Moses can reach to his God. This is the history of Muhammad. Do we have any Muhammadan here? Who Who is a Muhammadan would like to, to join us? Don't text me if you are a Christian, please. When I say Christian can text me, you can text me. If I say only Muslims, Muslims only. Do we have any Muslim would like to show us the scientific miracle of the Quran? I mean, your prophet is wrong in history. As an example, how Muhammad knew that in the time of Moses, there was Samurai. Samurai? In which history is that? Moses, he go for vacation. He come back, he found his people being misled by a samurai. Hey Muslims, who is a samurai and when those people they exist? Which year those people are exist? Huh? Any Muhammadan can help us? We can change translation for you as you wish. Those people exist in the time of Moses? Who is a Muslim here? He agreed that those people exist in the time of Moses. Anyone? Yeah, the Samurai, which mean the Samaritans. Any Muhammadan? That is a pure science now, history. Somebody saying, Brother Michael saying to me, you know, I like it when Christians, they school me about how to be respectful. Welcome, Michael. I have nothing against what you said, my friend, but obviously you have no idea what we are dealing with. We are dealing with religion, believe that you are a dog, you are filthy, and your wife and your children are lawful for them to rape. They call us animals, they call us pigs, they call us monkeys, and you are asking me to respect. I respect nobody like that. You like it, you can stay. You don't like it, you can leave. In fact, the Quran teaches the Muhammadan that if the Christian respect you, that because they are defeated and because Allah, He pitch humiliation on them. So when you respect them, they don't appreciate that. They take it as, you know what, Allah was right. Look, we insult them, and they take it. You want to respect them, go. I respect nobody. He is a child molester, a thief, a killer, and he is an antichrist. Do we have any Muhammadan? Yeah, always I receive those messages from Christians. You know, Christians, they are living in different galaxy. They have no idea what's going on this earth. You know, they think Christianity is giving hugs. You know, let me give you a hug. Well, Jesus was calling people the son of the serpent, the hypocrite, the liars. If you are the same as your father Abraham, you do the work of Abraham. But your father who is the devil. This is what Jesus said. They have no idea what Jesus said. They go to church and they tell them that Jesus, he was hugging everybody because he never learned the Bible. I mean, Jesus even, he called Peter, stay away from me, Satan. Even, this is Peter. They have no idea. You know, they go to churches, and churches, they teach them that Jesus taught us to love everybody. Yeah, well, this is, okay, we got that. Is that really what only Jesus taught? This is the only thing Jesus spoke of? He did not flip tables. He did not destroy their tables. He did not call them liars. He did not call them hypocrite. He did not call them satanic, evildoers. Serpents, they will quote only things they learned. Yeah. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Let us see who is that. Hello? Wa alaikum assalam, my friend. You are welcome. Who is with me?
معك شبح.
Shabah?
Yes.
You are a ghost?
Yes. And we are gonna talk about Jesus.
Okay, but as long you are a ghost, what ghost mean?
Ghost. I want to talk about Jesus.
No problem. Your name is Ghost, and you don't want to talk about Ghost. I'm asking you. You said, I said, who was talking to me? You said Shabah, which means ghost. So what ghost mean in Islam? Tell me.
Shabah, ghost.
Yeah, what ghost mean?
Anyways, let's talk about Jesus.
What do you mean anyways? You see, you're talking to Christian Prince. Anything you say is going to be used against you in the court of law. So I'm asking you, what ghost mean?
Ghost?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about ghost. I want to talk about Jesus.
I don't care what you want to talk about. You are the one. You are the one who. We are talking about Jesus, no problem. Tell me what the Holy Ghost mean.
Let's talk about
Tell me what the Holy Ghost mean.
The Holy Ghost?
Uh-huh.
But we are not talking about the Holy Ghost. I want to
You
talk
are
about
the
Jesus.
one. I ask you, who are you? You said you are a ghost. So I'm trying to understand who is the one who's talking to me as a ghost. What ghost mean?
Oh, so are you calling me the Holy Ghost?
I am not. You are the one calling yourself a ghost.
But a ghost can be anything.
No, it cannot. Give me a
Yes.
definition. Are you saying to me that your God is a liar?
I really want to talk about Jesus.
Are you a spirit? Are you a spirit?
Of course not. What the hell?
So you are saying to me, okay, so I'm
Anyways,
asking you what ghost is, as long if of course
Can
not.
we really talk?
As long if course not. So
Let's
what
talk about
ghost
Jesus.
mean? Why you
I
are
wanna talk
trying
about
is it embarrassing to talk about what your prophet says about the ghost?
Yeah, CP.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Jesus.
yeah, ghost. Listen,
Just call me Sabah.
why you don't want to talk about Mr. Ghost? Why your prophet you do not even know what ghost is? Do you know what ghost is?
Because CP, because you mentioned Sayyidina Isa and you said you wanted to talk about him. So let's talk about
No
him.
problem. We are talking about
That's
him.
why I'm
We are
here.
talking
I'm here
about. We are talking about. We are talking about him when we speak about the Holy Ghost. The only time the Quran mentioned the Holy Ghost when we speak about Isa, isn't it your prophet? He says that Isa is the one supported by the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Okay, so we are talking about Isa. Why Isa supported by the Holy Ghost? Muhammad is not.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The question is so simple. The Quran in front, Quran in front of you, chapter 2, verse number 87 says.
Because the Holy Ghost is Sayyidina Jibreel, but
okay, hold on.
Let's talk about Sayyidina Isa.
Oh, no problem. We are talking about Isa. We are talking about Isa. No problem. So you are saying to me now, the Holy Ghost is Jibreel.
Yes, but
can you show me? Right can you show me one verse in the Quran is saying the Holy Ghost is Jibreel?
I can show you an interpretation.
Why the Quran is not saying that?
Huh?
Huh? Why the Quran is not saying that?
Because انت بتعرف الناموس الأكبر؟
My friend, speak in English so people they can understand.
انت بتعرف الناموس الأكبر؟
Speak in English so people can understand, so people can laugh.
بتعرف إيش هو الناموس الأكبر؟
Can you speak please in English so people can laugh?
Okay, بس بتعرف إيش هو الناموس
Are you
الأكبر؟
going to speak in English or you want me to hang up on you? You are ashamed of the answer. Answer. Why the Quran never say the Holy Ghost is Jibreel?
Jibreel has names.
Okay, I'm asking you. No, the Jibreel does not. Jibreel does not have names. This is why you just called him Jibreel. You just called him Jibreel. So what do you mean Jibreel have names? His name is Jibreel.
But also he has names like Ruh al-Qudus.
Okay, hold on. Show me where in the Quran it says that Jibreel and the Ruh al-Qudus is the same person. I ask you, you said nowhere in the Quran it says that. This is interpretation. So you Muslim, you follow interpretation. So now you are saying to me you follow interpretation. You follow interpretation.
But he was aided by him, right?
Okay, hold on. This is what your Quran is saying.
Aided by him.
No problem. Was Muhammad aided by the Holy Spirit?
Yes.
Show me the verse.
Huh?
Show me the verse. Huh? Show me the verse.
Do you want an interpretation that says
my friend, You agreed that Isa was supported by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Ruh al-Qudus.
Okay,
Yeah.
was Muhammad supported by the Holy Spirit? You said yes. I said show me the
Yes,
verse.
because it's
Show me
Sayyidina
the
Jibreel.
show me the verse.
Do you want an interpretation?
Show me the verse.
Do you want an interpretation?
Show me the verse and we can read the interpretation, no problem.
Do you want an interpretation?
So you are saying to me clearly that not a single proof in the Quran saying that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit.
Well, it doesn't need to, because we already know that Ruh al-Qudus is
All
Sayyidina
right.
Jibreel.
Is Jibreel already knows what?
Naam.
Already knows what? You said we do not need. You said you do not need because already know.
No, Ruh al-Qudus is Sayyidina Jibreel,
How you know?
because it's in the interpretations.
Well, if I show you now interpretation, do you accept it?
By whom?
So depend whom. Okay, who is the one? Which interpretation you like?
Show me anybody. Let me see who.
No, I don't know. I don't know any scholar has named anybody. Tell me the
No,
name of a scholar you like.
Show me. Let me see. I want to see.
No, what do you want me to show you? I will
Naam.
show you interpretation, and now you will cry. You will say I don't accept it.
Okay, but the whole point of this conversation, ya CP, is to show that
Okay,
Sayyidina Isa is not God.
no problem. Here we
That he's a
go.
messenger.
Okay, you see,
Because he was aided by
he
the
is
Holy
not if he is not God, if
He
he
was
is,
aided by Ruh al-Qudus.
hold on. No, this is your Quran saying that.
But if Jesus was God, does he
Okay,
need aid?
okay,
If Jesus
hold
was
on.
God, does he need
No
aid?
problem. Wonderful, guys.
Okay, but
If
CP,
Jesus is God,
if-
okay, you made a point.
if Jesus
Hold
was
on,
God,
hold
does he
on,
need aid?
my friend. You just made a point. I want you to stick with it. Are you
But
sure?
if-
Are
but
you
if
sure?
Jesus-
Are you
if he was
sure?
God, does he
Are
need aid?
you sure that if
Does Jesus need to be led?
hold on, one by one.
Jesus need to be led.
Are you sure?
Because in the
Are
Bible,
you
there's a verse
sure?
that
You are
says that
afraid.
Jesus was led
you are
by a
afraid.
spirit.
You are afraid. You are
He was
afraid.
led by
You
a
are
spirit
afraid.
to be tempted by
afraid.
Satan.
So look what you said. If Jesus is God, he do not need aid. Do you stick with this comment?
Yes.
All right. Did your prophet Muhammad, he needed the aid of Allah, and Allah, he brought with him bunch of fighters to join Muhammad to defend him?
Yes, that's aid.
So if Allah is God, why he need Jibreel to support him?
Support who?
Support Allah.
No, how?
Okay, here we go. This is the Quran, chapter 66, verse number 4.
Chapter 66.
Verse number 4. And remember, you are the one who said, if Jesus is God, he do not need supporters.
Quran 66:4.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Let's see. Let's read it.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Don't die on me. Read.
Yes, I'm reading.
Hmm.
Okay, so can you explain where does it say that Allah needs help here in this verse?
Exactly. It says in the front of you. What do you mean explain? It says that Muhammad, he have a fight with two wives, and those wives, they need a fighter to support Muhammad. So who is the one who protect Muhammad? Starting with Allah. If Allah is enough, then why he is asking Jibreel to join? If Allah and Jibreel is enough, then why he's asking every righteous believer to join?
Because
Allah,
Allah
hold on. You asked me.
Jibreel
Let me answer.
because Allah is commanding Jibreel to protect the Prophet. What do you mean?
No. Hold on.
Yes,
He says,
yes.
no, hold on.
Yes.
It says,
Yes,
truly
yes.
Allah. Hold on.
No,
Truly
no,
Allah,
no, CP.
truly
no,
Allah,
no, CP. That's
truly
wrong.
Allah
CP.
is his protector.
No, CP.
Stop here.
CP.
Stop. Truly
CP.
Allah,
No.
truly Allah is his
CP.
protector. Who is the protector?
CP, why are you twisting what the verse means?
My friend did the verse.
CP,
Okay,
CP,
read it.
why are you twisting what the verse means?
Read the verse.
I am reading the verse.
Okay, who is the
And I'm
first?
actually
Who is the
praying-
first protector?
Huh?
Who is the first protector?
Of course, Allah.
Okay, and read and.
Okay, and Jibreel.
It doesn't say Allah, he
Okay.
will send Jibreel to protect him. No, it says Allah, his protector,
But
and
the
Jibreel,
whole point of this
and
verse,
every
yes,
righteousness,
is
and
Allah is
every
first.
believer,
Allah
and
is first, right?
furthermore, and
Okay,
furthermore,
if Allah
the
is
angels.
First, then of course
So-
He is ordering Jibreel to protect the
No,
Prophet.
okay, where is the okay? If you order Jibreel, that's it. He did not say that.
CP,
Did he
CP,
say?
CP.
Did
Why are
he?
you twisting the meaning of the
Did
verse?
he say? Did he say? I
CP,
ordered
CP, you're
Jibril to
wrong.
protect
CP,
you.
you're still wrong. Don't laugh.
My friend.
You're
Okay.
still wrong.
Okay.
Sir, you're still
What
wrong.
if we read the interpretation?
Sir, you are still wrong.
You are the one who mentioned interpretation. Can we read interpretation?
Of course. Yalla, let's read it.
Okay. Can you show me what interpretation says Allah he ordered Jibril to protect Muhammad, not Allah?
Okay, let's look at a commentary.
Which one you want?
Let's see.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hmm. You still looking?
Okay, then Allah is his protector and his helper against you. Jibril will help him against you.
Okay. So you admit it. Allah and Jibril. If Allah is enough, then Allah is enough. That's it. Allah and Jibril and every single believer, and furthermore, every single angel, all of those to fight two women.
No.
What do you mean no? You just said that. Everybody heard you. You said Allah and Jibril. Everybody heard you.
No.
Okay, what interpretation you are reading so I can put it in the screen?
Here, then Allah is
What
his
interpretation you are reading so I
against you,
what
and
interpretation
will help
what
him against you.
okay help
Which
me okay
means
no
Jibreel
problem
is still ordered, which means
show
Jibreel
me
is still ordered.
show me where in your interpretation it says Allah he ordered
CP, are you
Jibreel.
blind? You can't read?
My friend, okay, where? Show me.
CP, it says here.
Listen, you said to me you are going to read interpretation. What interpretation you are reading so I can
am
put it
reading
in the
Ibn
screen?
Abbas right now.
Ibn Abbas, wonderful. Let us go to Ibn Abbas. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Here we go. This is Ibn Abbas. I will put it in the screen.
Let's see here.
Chapter 66. And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. And this is Ibn Abbas.
Assistance of his. See? Okay,
right. Read for me. This is
his supporters.
This is Ibn
His
Abbas.
here refers to Sayyidina Muhammad, so they support Sayyidina Muhammad.
Okay,
Allah.
okay. Who is his protector?
It says here they support Sayyidina Muhammad.
You said to me.
Why are you lying?
You said to me. Ibn Abbas.
والله إنك كذاب يا CP.
كذاب كذاب كرسولك. اقرأ يا جاهل.
I am reading right here.
The tafsir is in front of you. The tafsir in front of you. The tafsir is in front of you.
Why are you lying against Islam?
The tafsir is in front of you. Read it.
Read it. You think I'm stupid?
Coward.
It's
in front of you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I will give you tissues as much as you want. Read and be a man. This is tafsir Ibn.
I'm reading it right here.
Read it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's look.
Okay.
Let's look at Ibn Jalalain right now.
No, you said Ibn Abbas. Hold on. You said Ibn Abbas.
Also says here
we open Ibn Abbas. We open
which does not contradict Ibn Abbas.
Hold on.
It does not contradict
you
Ibn
said
Abbas.
Ibn Abbas. Potato.
Doesn't.
Everybody heard you. You said you are reading Ibn Abbas. This is Ibn Abbas.
Yes,
you are
I
a coward.
Did read Ibn Abbas, but I also read Ibn Jalalain.
Read Ibn Abbas. Okay, read Ibn Abbas. We will go to Jalalain.
It doesn't contradict Ibn Abbas.
Just get lost. I have no time for liars. I smash you in 2 seconds, son of Muta. You are a ghost. You are a garbage. I'm not going to waste my time screaming. It's in the front of you. Allah is his protector and helper against you. And Jibreel will help him against him. Against you. Do you see it? He said, I'm reading Ibn Abbas. This is Ibn Abbas. And you said, if Jesus is God, then why the Quran says that he was supported by the Holy Spirit? This is your stupid Quran saying that, not my book. You don't take what your book says against me, you idiot. If Jesus is God, why he need to be supported by the Holy Spirit? You say that. Here we go. and you lied, and you said to me, oh, okay, let us go to Ibn Abbas. And you said Ibn Abbas saying, and you are reading it right now, Ibn Abbas saying that Allah will order Jibreel. But this is Ibn Abbas saying, then Allah is his protector and helper against you, and Jibreel will help you against, help him against you. Help who? If Allah is enough, who need Jibreel? And not only that, and every single believer and not only that, let us go to Al-Jalalain, the one you said you want to read. Suppose the Al-Jalalain will do better? Hey Aisha, repent to God, okay? You have a fight with the Prophet, and the Prophet, he brought the whole universe to fight you. He brought Allah, Jibreel, every single Muslim, and furthermore, all the angels. And the coward, he said to us, if Jesus is God, why he need the support of the Holy Spirit? But that's your Quran saying that. Al-Jalalain, huh? God, he is indeed his protector and his supporter, and Jibreel, and the righteous among the believers. If Allah is enough alone, he is texting me again. Let us take him for a snack. Hello. This is Fakira. She's calling. I thought it's him again. It turned Fakira. Be careful, Muhammad, and you are dealing with the Christian prince. Your processor is so slow. Extremely slow. When you plan to talk to me, you prepare to change your computer, which means your brain. Hello? Hello? This is Fakira again. Fakira, she had many Skype, by the way. Fakira is so excited. Who is talking to me? Ghost. Ew, what the heck is that? Really? You are a ghost? What ghost mean? They don't know what ghost mean. And ghost, and then he said to me, ghost is Jibreel. I said, okay, where in the Quran it says it's Jibreel? Oh, we can show you interpretation. Okay, no problem. Why it's in the interpretation, not in the Quran? Allah, he forgot. And you know, they start speaking loud, and they shout and they go crazy. So in order to make you change the topic, you know, you cannot do that with me. Anything you say here is going to be used against you. Remember, I'm not going to say I'm not like who, but you know, I'm a person you cannot play with. And all of you are so slow. Low IQ. Your processor is from the cave time. So how Muhammad, he have a God, yet his God, he need Jibreel and every single believer. And furthermore, all the angels to do what? To protect Muhammad from two women throwing their shoes at him. When you hear this, you think this guy is fighting Putin. He's going in war with America. You would think that he is fighting maybe the Persian or maybe the Roman at his time. But this is about two women. They are even his wives. I mean, what kind of a potato this man is? Not only, they say to you, Muhammad was a great leader. Well, you see how a great leader he is. Two women. He had to fabricate a verse claiming that Allah, he said that to him. This is an embarrassment to anyone who claimed to have a God. I have a fight with my wife, and then the God, he sent a message to me to tell my wife that Allah is in my side. Are we playing football now? Is that the team of Muhammad versus the team of Aisha? What t-shirt you were wearing, Muhammad, in the TV, so we can follow you, Prophet? Muhammad is the captain. Allah is the assistant, because all of them, they are assisting Muhammad. All of those to assist Muhammad. And Muhammad is so weak. Muhammad is literally a potato. He cannot control his wives. And this guy, he called me, he was so excited. Can you imagine how excited he was? I want to prove to you that Jesus is not God. Sound like Ali Dawa. Christian Prince. Do we have any brave Muslim? Anything you say, it will be used against you. This is why, this is why Fakira don't accept any tafsir. Don't accept, if Fakira is a free thinker. That's why she called herself Fakira. Do we have any Muslim? We have a Muslim here, name here, Muhammad Ijaf. Hey, Muhammad Ijaf, he's saying to me, what's wrong with you? Hey, Muhammad, what's wrong with me? Muhammad Ajraf, my friend, what's wrong? Can you help me, please? What do you think, based on the symptoms, what do you think there is wrong with me? Muhammad Ajraf. I like to cancel you. Look like you are expert with the wrong. What's wrong with you? What do you think? Muhammad Ajraf? You know what? You remind me. Your prophet, when he came from the cave of Hira, he said to his wife Khadija, what's wrong with me? We have it documented. Muhammad himself, he agreed and he admit that there is something wrong with him. They won't show it to you? Let us go to the hadith. Muhammad, he came back home and he was shivering and going crazy, and he making sound like a camel. And your prophet said to his wife, what's wrong with me? Read with me carefully. And by the way, I never heard of a spirit can squeeze people. So Jibreel is an angel, in the same time he's a spirit. That is fun. And the same time he's a squeezer. In the same time he come as a man. In the same time, according to the Quran, Allah, he says the angel and the spirit. The angels and the spirit. If the angels are the spirit, he will not say the angel and the spirit. That would be a mistake. So look what happened here. When he came to his wife, he came back to his wife Khadija. Okay, and suddenly it descended upon him, blah, 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 and the angel cut me, and he squeezed him 3 times, and no mayonnaise is coming out, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, he released me again, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see, where is the story? Maybe in different hadith. Let's see different hadith. Hold on. There's many stories, we have to, because Muhammad, he cannot repeat the same story twice. Let us see here. All right. Here we go. He said to Khadija, Here we go. You see the translation here says, what happened to me? In different translation, it says, what's wrong with me? The prophet himself, he do not know what's happening to him. That is something. You don't understand the verse, Allah warning the wives that they cannot win against Muhammad. Guys, I don't understand the verse. The verse is so clear. It says Allah is his protectors. Allah is his protector and Jibreel. And why Muhammad need the protection of Allah? If a woman, she have a fight with her husband, what the business of this God? And why we need all those they can, I mean, one angel can destroy an army of human beings. How they will help him, what they will do exactly? The verse in the front of you. And if you read the verses before it, you will die laughing. And remember, when the prophet SAW disclosed a matter of confidence, top secret, and if you read what it is, you will die laughing too, to one of his wife, Hafsa. So when she told the other wife, oh, well, here we go, the gossip start. Allah made it known to him, and he informed him, therefore, and left the part. Look, what the heck? Look, Allah did not tell him everything. Allah, he sent him a fax. He told him some, like, hint, little information. This is God talking? When one of the wives, she told the other wife, and the other wife, she told the other wife, and then the other wife, she told the grandma, and the grandma, she told the cousin, and then the news reached to the prophet. And then Allah told him, after all, the whole town, they knew. And now what happened? And look at the genius language in Arabic. This is stupid, unbelievable. And then when he told her, what? And then Allah saying, and then when he told her, Hafsa thereof, she said, who told you this? Allah is telling us what Hafsa, she said to Muhammad. Huh? Allah is telling us. Is that a history? I mean, Muhammad at that time is alive and his wife next to him, and then Allah, he sent the verse saying that, and then when he told her, Hafsa, thereof, she said, who told you this? He said, the all-knower. It's like Allah now is doing striptease. He is showing us his message. Look what I did. Look, listen carefully. Look, the wife Hafsa, she said to him, who told you this? Man, how you know that, huh? I mean, how you know the whole town knew? When one woman, she tell the other woman, that's it, the secret is over. Just imagine it. And then and Allah is telling us what happened between Muhammad and his wife now, after even he warned him. Who told you this? And the funny is, they say to us, who can make Quran? The whole verse is he, she said, he said, she said. What is Allah talking? Where and when Allah is talking? All what we see, he said, she said, who, he told her, she told him, she, she said to she, and then she told he, and he, she told she, and then she told him, who told you this? And then they say to us, who can make Quran? The God of gossip. And then to fix it, even make it more horrible. And now Allah will give him protection. Okay, how? There's nothing. He made a threat. He says, Maybe Allah, if he divorce you, what maybe? It may be if he divorce you all. Allah saying, if it may be he divorce you all, and then we check, we find that this is verse made by Umar. Umar, he said, my Lord agreed with me in 3. Some they say 7, some they say 10, different stories. One of them is this story. Muhammad, he took it as it is, and he put it in the Quran exactly as Umar said. This is Umar's statement. If we go here, read carefully. My Lord agreed with me. Have you ever heard of a Lord agree with the guy? He is just nobody. He is not even the prophet. He did not agree with Muhammad. He agreed with Umar. And you will see Umar said that verse number 65 and all the verses came exactly the same as I had said. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. And thankful for the Muslim, they put for us exactly chapter 66, verse number 5. This is exactly what Umar said. So you call me with your demonic spirit, shouting and screaming and jumping like a monkey. That cannot intimidate me, Abdul. I am not the one you can intimidate. Your Satan doesn't work with me. Your Satan is doing poo-poo in his pant when he speaks to me. Your Satan, when he saw Jesus, he threw himself in the ocean, in the sea. Who is a Muhammadan? He have the courage and the knowledge to stand for a Christian prince. And let me warn you, you want to play games? I respect people who speak like men and they keep their words. You say, I'm going to read the tafsir of etc. Let us read it. We don't go and start reading and then you jump, you don't want to read it no more. I don't have time for kids. Where is our friend Michael, the one who asked me to speak in a respectful way? Do you see what we are dealing with, Mr. Michael, my friend? Do you see what we are dealing with? People who have Satan in their heart. Satanic, demonic people. You are welcome, Michael. Even though I find comment from Christians like this is annoying. You know, it's like somebody go to the kitchen and he tell you what to do. You know, my friend, I need to raise my voice because, you know, the Muslim, he raises his voice more so people can hear him, not to hear me. You know, Michael, don't force me to block you, please. I have tens of thousands of Muslims left Islam, and you are teaching me how to talk to Muslims. Isn't this is embarrassing, Michael? Do you know how many thousands left Islam by me doing what I'm doing here every day? And you, I'm sure you never spoke to any one of them. You are teaching me how to talk to them. How embarrassing. I'm used for those people, by the way. Mostly Christians who come here, especially in the beginning, they are the most annoying. Because they have wrong understanding of the Bible. They think that Jesus never shout. Here we go. He's telling me, don't raise your voice. What's wrong with my voice? You don't like it? I scream always. every time we go live on air, almost every time, we have somebody leave Islam. And you are telling me how to speak to them. Go, give them hugs. Hello, Muhammad. How are you? Yeah, Muhammad, you like to lie? Okay, go ahead. The microphone is yours. Okay, I'm not going to shout. Actually, I'm not going to talk at all. This is what the Christians do. Christians, when the Muslim call them, they give him the microphone, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And the guy is lying and lying and lying. And now the Christian, he tried to answer, but it's too late. Because if he answered one thing he said out of 30 lies he mentioned already. We don't allow that. One by one. You say one lie, we got you busted. We finish it, we go to the second lie. And you notice what happened. He just said the word ghost. He thought he can just skip and go. This is a Christian prince. Whatever you say, I will use it. He said nothing. I asked him, who are you? He said, I'm a ghost. Why do you think about the book of Enoch? Well, there is a fake book of Enoch, and there is a book of Enoch. The one mentioned in the Bible is real, and there is a fake one. You can download a PDF file, which is fake, false, full of false stories. And why I want to care even for the book of Enoch? You see, even when Jesus or even the disciple, they mention things from the Old Testament or previously, because those are Jews. Those are Jews. They have their background. And because of their background, you speak to them of their background. If I'm going to speak to the Greek people, I'm not going to speak of the book of Enoch. They will say, who is Enoch? Who is that? Those are pagan. For me, what is important is Jesus. Is not Enoch. Is not even Paul. Is not even Peter. Is not even the disciples. Is not even all the kings who came before Jesus and all the prophets. Not even Moses. Not even David. Not even Solomon. Not even Abraham. For all those names, they came to prepare for Jesus, not the opposite. And we have Jesus. So those names are important before Jesus. But after Jesus, there's nobody is important. It's like, you know, you have 1 watt light, and then you have 2 watt light. And then one day, you have a light more powerful than the sun. Who dare to go and look for the storage? Looking for a candle can make 1 light, 1 watt light. Who of you now prefer to switch his lamp to a candle, unless you want to be romantic? Do we have any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Mayday, mayday, mayday. How come Americans still accept stupidity? What does have to do with American or not American? When you are ignorant, you accept anything. Anyone can fool you. And you yourself, if I'm not here, and maybe a few others, sharing with you the knowledge, you will be fooled too. Do you know how much Muslims they spend money to make professional videos, interviews, TV stations? They have countries sponsoring Islam: Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain. We Christian, we have nobody to sponsor us. And actually, even when you go to Patreon, you will see most of you putting $1, which means nobody even collect, because Patreon will not collect $1. This is the truth. They have countries spending billions, if not trillions of dollars to sponsor Islam. You have Iran, you have Pakistan, you have, all of them. And on top of that, you have your own politician who they are not Muslims sponsoring Islam too, because they are hypocrite. So they have, Islam now have the biggest budget for religion in the world. The biggest ever. More than 10% to 15% from the state of Emirat. Qatar spent at least 20%. Saudi Arabia, nobody can imagine even how much. Who is the one who sponsored the Christians? Nobody. You pay for your electricity, for your church electricity, for your church water, for your church property insurance. You pay for everything. Those people don't even pay for their mosque. Al-Qaddafi alone, he built more than 1,000 mosques in USA. This is the truth. However, even with all their money, we got them busted in just a little funny, silly YouTube. I don't have a TV station. I don't have an organization. Zakir Naik, he says he have more than 500 employees. I saw his video last night. He said he have more than 500 employees. Employees. Which means 500 people, they get paid. By who? Where the money coming from? How many employees I have? Yet we are victorious and they are losers. For a very simple reason. If the Lord is with me, who could be against me? They fear us, we don't fear them. Mr. Fizzy Liz, CP, you're a liar. My friend, why I will lie to you? Are you my wife? According to the Prophet of Allah Muhammad, I can lie to you if you are my wife. Are you my wife? You call yourself Mr. So it is impossible. Have you ever heard of somebody, he says to somebody, you are a liar, when he follow a prophet, he order him to lie? I thought lying is a blessing in Islam. Can you call me and show me that lying is bad in Islam? Can you? Islamic marriage is the best certificate for lies. The wife, she is allowed to lie to her husband. You've been, where you been late? I was visiting my cousin. Oh, okay. But she was not with the cousin. And now she don't feel guilty because Allah told her she can't lie to her husband. There's a woman, she sent a request to an Islamic website to answer a question. She found that her Jordanian Muslim husband, he go to Jordan claiming that he is going to visit his parents, but then later, after a few years, she found that he have a new wife and now he have kids from her. And she says, how in the world he is allowed to lie to me? He claimed to be religious. The Mufti, he answered, said, first of all, you have no right to ask him if he married from second wife or not. Secondly, yes, he can lie to you. This is Islam. I never called you. Give me your Skype to call you. Where is your Skype? Do we have any Muhammadan? Scientific miracle of the Quran, brother. The Quran, brother, is full of scientific miracle. 9 scientific miracles will surprise you. That's deep. 9 surprise miracle. Brother, this is the website. rationalreligion.quk. Islam is a rational religion. Yeah, it's rational. Everything is rational. So 10 scientific miracles in the Quran will surprise you. Okay, wait, hold on. Where we jump? The Big Bang. The Quran teach the Big Bang. Who is a Muslim agree? Who is a Muhammadan agree that the Quran teach the Big Bang, brother? Huh? I like the Big Bang. I have a Big Bang here every day. Big and bang. The Muslim, he called me big. He leave like a... He's so excited. I'm here to get you busted, CP. Let us talk if Jesus is God or not. Big Bang in the Quran? Let us see the Big Bang. Man, look, cosmology. That's deep. 100 years ago, the world's best scientific minds thought that the universe had always existed. Since it's always exist, it did not need a creator. Man, and then Einstein changed all. But they forgot that Einstein is not a Muslim too, and he is Einstein was a Christian or a Jew. Somebody help me, I forgot. He filed a question, suggested, I mean, you can read the rest, okay? But let's go with what it says in the Quran. And then he says, what few people know, however, that the Holy Quran described the Big Bang perfectly 1400 years ago. How? Where in the Quran? Are you sure? Yes, brother. It's in the Quran. It's in front of you in Arabic. أولم يرى الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما. Don't you see? Don't you see? And now look, they post for us the translation. Don't the disbeliever see, you stupid idiot, you donkey. How you are saying to me that this is a discovery and nobody knows, and this is something happened long billions of years ago, and then the verse says, don't the disbeliever see? See? We see the Big Bang. And the time of Muhammad, people did see the Big Bang. So this is the first stupid poo in this false scientific miracle. It says, don't the disbelievers, who is the one who see the disbelievers of Mecca? What they do, they see it. How they see it at that time? And then that the heaven and the earth were closed up. And look at the translation, closed up mass. This is what it says? Close up mass? I mean, do you see how they lie? You go to the front translation, you will see it says that the earth, there's no close up and there is no mass. It was earth and heaven. And they were stitches. They were stitched together and we separate them. But this is what the Big Bang saying. The Big Bang doesn't say there was heaven and earth. The Quran says there was heaven and earth and we separated them. And then even in their stupid translation says, then we open them up or out. Open them who? The Big Bang says there was earth. I mean, do you see how silly, how stupid? It takes you 2 seconds to notice that this is just a joke. Do we have any Muhammadan want to make a comment? Andrew Martin, you witnessed what CP did to the caller a few minutes ago. That I never called CP. Me, Mr. Free, what I did, the guy, he said he will read for me Ibn Abbas, and then he refused to read. Then he said, he is reading Ibn Abbas, and he said, it says here that Ibn Abbas saying that Allah, he ordered Jibreel to protect Muhammad. I said to him, read it. He refused. Did you see what CP he's saying? Did you see what he did? So you want me to let him go and change the topic and escape the humiliation which he did to himself? Do you see what this Christian Prince did to the second caller? Do you see? Christian Prince, first of all, the person he called you, and he said to you, I am the ghost. And then you said to him, okay, what ghost mean? First of all, I can answer the question. Secondly, you are trying to run away from the topic. And he said to you, Ibn Abbas. First of all, Ibn Abbas, he is reading it different from Ibn Abbas. What do you mean, Zakir Naik? What do you mean it's different? Exactly, it's different. As an example, Ibn Abbas in Pakistan is 6 foot tall. Ibn Abbas in Arabia, he was 5 foot tall. So how they are the same? Hey, hold on, what Ibn Abbas in Pakistan and Abbas in Arabia? Ibn Abbas is the cousin of the Prophet, Christian prince. First of all, the Prophet have many cousins, and he have many Ibn Abbas. And as an example, me myself, I am Ibn Abbas. Zakir Naik, you're Ibn Abbas now? Exactly. And actually, I was Ibn Abbas and then became Zakir Naik. What the heck? You used to be Ibn Abbas and then you become Zakir Naik? How that happened? It's very simple. I was driving the van, and then when I went to Pakistan, I went into the mountain, and then the mountain flipped on us, and we have an accident. And then I woke up, I found myself Ibn Abbas. What the heck? You have an accident, you found yourself Ibn Abbas? And then how you came back to be Zakir Naik? It's very simple. When I saw my wife, I remember myself, and I became Zakir Naik again. And this Muslim is complaining, supposedly. Like, did you see what he did to the second caller? What I did, I got him busted. He said he will read Ibn Abbas. What about you call me and you read Ibn Abbas? Why he refused? Because he's a potato. And he was lying. He was not reading Ibn Abbas. He added the word says, and Allah, he ordered Jibreel to protect Muhammad. I said, where are you reading from? He said, Ibn Abbas. Who is next? Oh boy. This is the only one. The only one is texting us is Fakira. Fakira, she is so excited. Somebody go into Senegal and find solution with Fakira. Do we have any Muslim? Fakira. Yeah, it's her. How are you, Fakira? How are you, Fakira? Do we have any real Muhammadan? He have the courage to be a man and to say and to keep what he is saying, to stand for what he is saying. Anyone? Everything you say is a lie. The Big Bang doesn't say there was an earth and then and the earth and the heaven, they are separated. And secondly, are we separated from the earth, from the heaven, you idiot? Are we? Isn't it the earth is just a little dot inside, not even a dust inside the universe? How we are separated? Any Muslim can tell us? Are we separated from the heaven? Or we are inside the space? Miss Afifa, she is saying she bought the new, the new version. There's many complain about it. There is some errors and mistakes. As you know, this is a translation, and translation these days is done by individuals, nothing like, no authority. I mean, I can make a translation too. So yeah, this is a new NIV translation have horrible errors and mistakes, and they supposedly are trying to correct it, but it's still, there is many of them there. Yeah, King James version is better, but the problem with King James version, for some people like me who don't speak good English, the English is very heavy, so I don't know how good your English is. And remember, this is all translation. Do we have any Muhammadan? There is a good translation, which is the Aramaic Bashita translation. The Aramaic, because it's very close to the Aramaic. It's taken from the Aramaic directly, not translation from translation. So this is like Bashita, Holy Bible translation. This is Aramaic to English. Did Allah create anything in the Quran by saying kun fayakun? No. When we got the Muslim many times by this. The Muslim, they say that Allah, he said, like in the case of Adam and Isa, which we do not know who is this Isa, but they claim that this is Jesus. He said that Adam and Isa, both of them, they are created by same being, and they were. There was, but the fact, the same book, the Quran, says the opposite, says no, Allah, he made Adam, first of all, he made them, he makes a clay with water. That's how you make a clay. I mean, a dust with water or dirt. You made a clay, and then you fashioned the clay, and then he left the clay for 40 years to dry out. Even Shaitan, he went inside Adam when he was empty, before he was finished. And he told the angels, don't worry about him, this guy is empty, not like your God, which is very funny. Allah is full. Did Shaitan go inside Allah? and then Allah, he breathed into Adam. So how the verse here says that the likeness of Jesus is same as Adam, both are made from dust. If you remember 2 days ago, we have a Muslim, you guys remember it still? We have it still in the Muslim guy, he said to me, he is the one who said to me, if you remember, at the end of a conversation with him, after 2 hours of lying, I said to him, is Jesus and Adam are the same? He said, no, because Adam is born of a womb. Adam is created from dirt. I said, wonderful. When I showed him this verse, suddenly, he did not say that. Go watch it. Aziz Ali saying, how 1 + 1 is equal to 1? That's a good question, Aziz. But Aziz, I have a question for you. Who is the donkey he told you that there is Christian believe in 1 + 1 + 1? What do you mean 1 + 1 + 1? Have you ever heard that Christian says we believe something called 1 + 1 + 1? And the funny is that Muslims, they speak about numbers. Do you guys remember what we said yesterday? Yesterday, when we made the video about Gog and Magog, and we showed a Muslim that how idiot Muhammad with the numbers, do you know what a Muslim he said in the comment? He said, we don't care if a Prophet Muhammad, his numbers are wrong. Read with me. This is your prophet, Mr. 1 + 1 + 1. I want you to use your skills in mathematics to solve the problem. Okay? Please don't leave. We need your skills. Your prophet said that Allah will tell Adam in the day of judgment, he will speak to him, he will order him, and Adam will say to him, I'm between your hands, what do you want, Allah? Allah will say, bring out of the people of fire. He said, Adam will say, oh Allah, how many people of the fire? Allah will reply, says, from 1,000, take out 9,999. Are you good in numbers? Write down. The first number is, out of 1,999, that means there's only one left. And then he continue, at the time the children will become hoary and headed, the women, she will miscarriage, etc. And then he continues saying, and then the Muslim, they get scared. They said, okay, Allah apostle, who is the one left? I mean, 999 will go to hell. There's only one left. He said, rejoice, rejoice with a glad tidings. One person from you and the 1,000 will be from Gog and Magog. Look, what the heck? He just said that Allah told Adam, take from your offspring 999. And only one will be saved. And now Muhammad trying to fix it, so he said 1,000 they will be from Gog and Magog, and one of you. Are you good in numbers? What is the total now? 1,001. How we will take 1,001 out of 1,000? Are you there, Mr. Mathematics? I need explanation. I am joking. Aziz Ali, he need explanation. Call me, I will explain to you, no problem. Go ahead. Because first of all, you need to explain to me yourself, who is the one who told you that we believe in 1 + 1 + 1? What 1 + 1 + 1? We don't believe in such a thing. We believe that God is one, and he is a 3 persons in the same time. There's no 1 + 1 + 1. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. How God can be 1 and 3 in the same time? Well, how God can be God then? He is called God, for he is God, he's Almighty. Almighty, you don't question the Almighty how he can do things. Those things are impossible for you. However, even you as a human, you have a flesh, you have a soul, and you have a mind. You without your mind, you are dead. You without your soul, you are dead. You without your flesh, you are not exist. How you can be 3 and 1 at the same time? Can you answer it? If somebody have a brain heart attack, he's dead. If somebody, his soul left him, he's dead. If your flesh left you, the soul and you are not a person no more. But isn't it this is what you believe? When Allah he made Adam from a clay, according to the Quran, and this is a story Muhammad is stealing from the Bible, and then Allah he breathed into Adam. He breathed what? Anyone can tell us? Who is the Muslim can help us? When Allah he breathed into Adam, he breathed what? Oxygen? What he breathed? Anyone? I challenge you Muslims to tell me what Allah he breathed. You see, the Muslims, they lie in the translation. They say it says here, and when I have fashioned him completely and breathed into him the soul. Where it says I breathe into him the soul. Who is a Muslim can show me the word that Allah he breathed into him the soul? What the Arabic saying, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, from my soul. That's mean Allah have a soul. And this is the Arabic in front of you. فَإِذْ سَوَّيْتَهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. When I fashioned him, complete fashion the statues of Adam as a clay, and then I breathed into him. What I breathed into? From my soul, not the soul. This is a false translation. You change the translator. This is Hilali and Khan. Let us go to different idiot. Yusuf Ali. When I have fashioned him in due proportion and breathed into him of my spirit. You see how translation changed? The previous translation saying, I breathe into him his soul. Here, breathe to him of my soul. Muslims, do Allah have a soul? Who is a Muhammad and would like to help us? Any Muhammadan? Who is an excited Muslim? He want to get reward from Allah and he want to call me like the previous one. I just warn you, you know, I have limited patience for too much lying. I mean, if you mention to me something and you decide to read it, you have to read it. I will not let you go without it. You have to read it. If you say to me, let us read Ibn Kathir, then we have to read Ibn Kathir. Do we have any Muslim here can tell us what is the spirit of Allah or the soul of Allah? Anyone? According to Muslims, Allah, he have no spirit. So what he is saying here? He breathed into him. This is what happened when you have a false prophet. He still believes from other beliefs. So he heard in the Bible it says that God he breathed. Muhammad, you took it. But the God of the Bible is a spirit. But the God of Islam is not a spirit. So when the God of Islam says, I breathe into him, breathe is something come from outside, either in or out, actually. The breathe is like to move usually, like, you know, you inhale or exhale. So I breathe into him, in this case here is exhale. It's something from inside him. So what is inside Allah? Based on the verse is a spirit. Why there is a spirit inside Allah if he has no spirit and he is not a spirit? Any Muhammadan? Any Muslim? He is proud to be a Muslim. Let us see, maybe. This person, he said he's an ex-Muslim. We will see. If you are a Muslim, you like to join us, please feel free. Just text me in Skype and I will call you. All right. Let us see. We have Abdul. You don't understand the verse, and he called me. Okay. Maybe this is the same guy, you know, Mr. Ghost. Let us hope. Yeah, this is Fakira, actually. This is not... Hey, Fakira, why you call me? And right away, immediately, you speak Filipino. And the funny is, I call him Fakira, he say, yes, I'm here. keep doing that, you know. You give us, like, we give us some comedy, you know, we like it. Do we have any real brave Muhammadan? He is not ashamed of his prophet. He will not say the F word to his prophet like this Fakira. Allah was breathing what? We can switch to the Quran miracle if you want. I mean, we are very flexible. Who is here for the first time? If you are here for the first time, let us know, just to see how many new people come in. Well, obviously, the Muslims do not even know what the word spirit mean. And, you know, as you see, the Muslims are confused about who is the Holy Spirit, too. I believe I have heard it said that Allah is a spirit, but some construe to be a role of Jibreel in some sort way. It is a difficult question, but I don't think it disapprove Allah. No, actually, this is destroy Allah, not only disapprove. My sister Afifa, because if you search right now in Google, is Allah is a spirit, you will see the Muslims agree that Allah, Muslim, Shia and Sunni, that Allah is not a spirit. Allah is not a spirit. Then when you say that it is involve Jibreel, well, Allah, he breathed Jibreel. And if Allah, he used Jibreel to give life, that's mean the one who created you is Jibreel. If the spirit who gave you life is Jibreel, that's mean your creator is just the one who made the mud. Anyone can make mud. I can make mud. You can make mud. Do you see, guys, how dangerous this question and how dangerous the answer? When the Muhammadan, and here our friend here, she's a nice person, she's welcome. She tried her best, saying, "I believe I have heard it said that Allah is a spirit." No, there's nowhere, and no Muslim believe that Allah is a spirit. Nowhere. And I can show you. Actually, here we go. I will go right now. And actually, this question, by the way, was to refute me. Somebody from those who called me before, he sent the question to the sheikhs. And he asked them, here we go. Let me show you the and I will give you the link too. So you can read it yourself, Afifa. This is the link. This is your official Islamic website, not my website. Here the question is, he is debating with a Christian, does God have a spirit? This is the number of the fatwa. And this is the date of the publication. And you can, you can contact them. I'm debating with a Christian, and he said to me that God has a spirit. My question, does Allah have a spirit? The answer, no. No one has the right to describe Allah except in the way which Allah, he described himself. Let us cut the crap and go to the answer, all right? Because all of this have nothing to do with the answer. And then he says, the spirit or a soul is not one of the attribute of Allah. Rather, it is one of things that he have been created by Allah. Do you see it? This is a disaster, because now, as long Allah is not a spirit, and he has no spirit, and his spirit is something he created, so how Allah he breathed of his spirit? Starfish, can you do me a favor, please? You keep posting the same thing 1,000 times. Please, people. Don't post the same thing 1,000 times. Please, we are not blind. I'm talking, I'm answering the lady. What do you want to say to the starfish? Stop talking and just read your things? Are you with me, Miss Afifa? So now we confirm that the scholars of Islam and all the Muslims agree that Allah has no spirit. So who is breathing who? And who is the one who created you? If the spirit is not Allah, what is this spirit which Allah He breathed? If you say this is a spirit He created, well, why He need to breathe a spirit He created? Can't He give you spirit without breathing? If this is the case, if both of them, they are not inside Him, like, do He have a box or He container have a spirits and then He breathed from it and then He blew inside you? That doesn't make any sense. This is what happened when Muhammad, he stole stories from the Bible, and those stories does not make any sense anymore in his book, because it does not match with the nature of his God. And then we find that Allah, He have legs, He have foot, He have a shin, He have a face, He have fingers. Okay, Allah, He have no spirit and He is not a spirit. But Allah, He have a foot. So Allah is a physical being. He have a shape, He have a weight, He have a size. And this is how Allah, He is in heaven. This is not like a new form of Allah. Like Jesus, He came to this earth, so God, He humbled Himself, He took the form of a human being. He humbled Himself. But this is how Allah, He is in heaven. He is a hand, He is a finger, He is a foot. He have 5 fingers. He have a shin. There is a Muslim sheikh. He made many videos about his school. And the Muslim, they flag his videos miserably, trying to take them down. But, you know, thank God I made videos about him. The guy is just saying what Muslims believe. This is what they teach in every school. Nothing special. But the Muslims, they notice that we are using them. But anyway, you can search about Allah have a finger, Allah have a hands, Allah has a feet. This is Asim al-Hakim. The video is still there. He will say, yes, Allah, He said He have hands, He have feet, He have etc. Yeah, He did. Look at this guy. Scared the hell of me. Look how excited he is. Affirming Allah foot. Look, what the name of the video? I have listened to a Muslim philosopher talk about the subject. Do you think, first of all, philosophers are not Muslims, and philosophy is haram? So what philosopher? Secondly, do you go against what your prophet says, or you listen to a philosopher? That's a good one. These days, there's many people, they claim to be philosopher. Philosopher is somebody, he play with words. Philosophy is, usually it's a cycle of talking for the sake of talking mostly. There is only one subject in the philosophy can be useful, which is called logic. But logic, you do not need to be a philosopher to learn logic. Logic is something we use every day in our life. We do not need to go to school to learn it. Affirming Allah foot. I like it. I wish I can play the video. We will die laughing for sure. Affirming Allah foot. May Allah bless his foot. Yeah. Well, Mr. Freezy Leezy is just using bad language. My friend, I warn you, don't use bad language, otherwise we will block you. You are welcome to speak against me, no problem, but don't use bad language. Any Muslim can tell us why Allah have a foot? Does Allah has hands? Yes, Allah has hands. Your Lord is not one-eyed. According to Muhammad, Allah, he looked the same as the false Messiah. But the false Messiah is a man. Muhammad, he said, your Lord is not one-eyed. This guy is one-eyed. Why the Muslim would be confused between him, the false Messiah, and Allah? The only reason to be confused about who is Allah, if Allah and the false Messiah look the same. Allah have two hands. Has Allah two or more eyes? That's a good question. The Muslim, who can help us? How many eyes he have? Maybe he's a spider, or maybe he is like a bees. The bees a lot of fly. They have a lot of, eyes inside their eye. Complicated eye. The foot of Allah. Look at this guy. He is so excited to tell you about the foot of Allah. The foot of Allah. Allah, can you please now join the FIFA? The Muslim, they need you. Can somebody call Allah? He can jump in the stadium and use his foot. If the foot of Allah is a plane, can you imagine what will happen? The foot of Allah. Look at the title. The title alone will destroy your appetite to wear shoes. The foot of Allah. Man. Uthman ibn Farouk confront Muhammad hijab on Allah had a body part. Yeah, and this is another example of the lies. One he say, Allah don't have body parts, and the other one says, no, Allah have body parts. Mimi Hijab, he was debating with David Wood in order to make a mockery, because they lie as usual. He said, who said so? David Wood, he said to him, Allah has body part. He said, who said so? And Muslims, they start laughing. Look at the serious question. Is it permissible to watch football support the favorite team? Asim al-Hakim. Allah is involved in everything. But Allah, he play football too. What about Allah? He have hands. Does Allah have hands? Two hands, feet, eyes, face, chin, fingers? Asim al-Hakim, he have an answer. I mean, the guy who, even Zakir Naik, how Allah hand will be? So Zakir Naik, he solved it. He says, Allah, yes, brother Thidar, Allah, you have a hand. But how hand look like? Allahu alam. You know, Miss Afifa, it's very fine to try to find an excuse to describe a horrible situation to solve it. But look what happened. When you read the hadith, you will see Allah, he used his hands the same as we use it. And if you are saying to me, Allah, he could not describe himself, the question, why he need to describe that he have hands? If he don't have hands, who is forcing him? Is that correct, guys? Why he need even to mention that he have hands or a foot? Allah, he put his foot in the fire. Okay, why he need to say that? Who is forcing him to say foot? And you are saying to me, he is using words so we can understand. Are you saying to me that Allah is not capable of explaining himself except by using our language, which we created? Can't Allah explain himself in a smart way, smarter than our language? And when he say hands and then he say foot, obviously hand is different from foot. Foot is something we walk with it. Foot is not the same as hand. So obviously it's a foot. When he say 5 fingers, it's 5 fingers. I mean, how clear can be more than it's 5 fingers. How come the Christian they don't come to this problem? Why we don't say, oh God, he don't mean that he have hands? Why we don't do the same as Muslim? We run away from it. We say, oh no, they don't have hands. What is the problem exactly? The problem is very simple. Your religion is based on claiming that your God is unique. Our belief, our God, he says he created Adam in his image. And actually, we find that Muhammad, he copied that from the Bible and he put it in his statement. And he took it from the book of Genesis exactly as it is. God created Adam in his image. Okay. This is, we find it right away in the beginning of the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse number 27. But the Muslim, they try to fix it. They say, oh no, they don't mean that Adam is having the image of God. But why you are saying don't hit him in his face? Is that because I have the same face of Adam, so what? Does it make a difference? Well, okay, what about you hit me in my shoulder? Well, don't I have the same shoulder as Adam? What about you spank a person in his ass? Which one is more insulting? So Muhammad is a thief. He stole exactly what the Bible says, that God created Adam in his image, and then he started adding things and descriptions of his God, and those descriptions destroy his creation of God, because Muhammad is trying to transform the pagan God of the Arab to make him the same God of the Jews. Allah has nothing to do with the God of the Christian and the Jews. And as you see from the beginning, you go right away to Genesis, you will see that God, he have a spirit. And God is a spirit. In Islam, God is not. So the nature of God is different. The description of God is different. The value of God is different. The ability of God is different. Everything between Christianity and Islam is different. And even the name is different. Do we have any Muhammadan? Yeah, we don't have the same God. God is not about a name. Let us say the Muslim, they change their God name and they call him Elohim, or they call him Adonai, or they call him Hashim, or they call him Jesus, or they call him Jehovah, or Yahweh, etc. still their God is not our God. The same as Jehovah's Witnesses, the same as the Mormon, you know. But a Mormon and Jehovah's Witnesses is way better than Muhammad. We cannot compare. We cannot compare. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? And Miss FIFA, if you like to join us here, please feel free. I will take you. All right. Do we have any Muhammadan? Where did the name Lord of the World come from before Islam? This is in language. Anyone can use it. This is not, you don't have copyright about something like this. The Lord of the World. You might find it in any religion. What a big deal. Nothing special. Satan is the Lord of the world. He is the one who rules this earth. For now. People, they live for their greed, for their selfishness. They live and they die all their life just worshiping Satan, even though they claim they don't. They kill each other for no reason. Like, look what's happened in Ukraine. What this war is about? Nothing. Russia is the biggest country in the world. They do not need more lands. 99.9% of their land is empty. Satan, my friend, Satan, he have to play. Satan is going to burn this earth. The more people they follow Satan and their greed and they worship themselves, the more human being will suffer. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? I think the body parts, okay. No. You see, your prophet, yeah, your prophet, he made it clear. As an example, Allah, he run. You see, the problem is, why Muslims, they come after 1400 years, they try to say that they understand Islam more than their prophet in his time, and more than the Muslim in the time of Muhammad. Imagine, I can explain the Bible more than Paul. Imagine, I know what Jesus meant more than Peter. You know what I'm saying? So what the Muslims, they are struggling with, they try to fix the problem by fabricating answers have nothing to do with their religion belief. Not a single Muslim believe in the answer you are giving me. Go watch the videos. All of them say is Allah have hands, Allah have feet. It's not just it's not like words and a statement. When Allah, he said in the Quran, he created Adam by his two hands. Do we have to say two hands? And why he is using hand? He says created him. That's it. Who is forcing Allah to use the word hands? Can the followers of a belief tell Allah what to say? If Allah, he said, he did not use the word hands. قال يا إبليس ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. Why, Iblis, you are refusing to bow down by what I created with my two hands? You don't need to use the word hands. He says, the one I created, that's it. But we do not need hands. And then there is a contradiction, because the Quran says in different verse, Allah, he created Adam and Jesus by saying be, and he was. And then we find that he used his hands. And then he breathed. Not only the hands. Is he finished with the hands? No. The same chapter, chapter 38, it says, Allah, he fashioned Adam, and then he breathed into him his spirit. Okay. Now here he does not say how he fashioned him. You go 2-3 verses more, it says, he said to Iblis, what is preventing you from bowing down to Adam, who I have created with my two hands? The translation, he says hands. Nobody is forcing the one who is making the Quran to say hands if there is no hands. Why Allah did not say with my foot? He say hands. You see, Miss Afifa, you are saying maybe emphasize, but this is not what Islamic religion based on. You can go and open every single interpretation. You will find nobody saying what you are saying. You are just trying to find a solution to escape the problem. You are not, you know, the whole idea is how we can solve the problem. Two hands can be used to emphasize his level of education. Okay, now we can use this for everything then. We can say Iblis, it does not mean Iblis. Iblis mean evil. Protesting doesn't mean protesting. It may be going to the gym. My spirit maybe does not mean a spirit. Maybe it means propane gas. Adam maybe is not Adam. Maybe he is a virtual person. Jibreel is not an angel. Jibreel is just a character for us to understand things. So we can go and we can fabricate things and we can, you know, like bend these things up to fix it. But this will never end, and you will find yourself, you have no religion. Maybe, and you know, maybe. The religion of maybe. All of this struggle is just to find a solution. You're just trying to convince yourself that this is not stupid. That's all. But if you go right now and search, you will find that Allah, he used his hands. All the Muslims agree with that. Let me see if I can find you a hadith. I don't know if we can find it in English. We will see. According to Islam, Allah, he created 4 things by his hands. Well, maybe not in this English website. We can use the Arabic one. We'll see. Give me a second. Okay, we can use the same website, actually, the one I gave you before, from the same, but you can search. It says here, Allah, He created 4 things by His hands. Translation. And I will give you the link so you can, this is the publication name. Glory to Allah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the question is, what Allah He created with His hands. And here, Allah, He created Adam with His hands, as He told, and He did not create his soul with His hands. Isn't it? This is really amazing. I don't know why the Google did not translate the whole thing. Here it says, excuse me, in Sunnah al-Durami, it says, and He who created Adam with His 2 hands, and then, where is the hadith? Okay. Allah created 4 things with His hands: the throne, the pen, Eden, and Adam. Do you see it? This is a Sahih hadith. Allah created 4 things with His hands: the throne, the pen, Eden, and Adam. Here we go. Allah is a carpenter. Yeah. So you can, you can try your best to give excuses, to jump here and there, but you have endless numbers of reference against what you are trying to claim to fix it. Why Allah He made the throne by His hands? I thought Allah He said be is going to be. And how Allah created the soul without His hands? The most time they thought about it, the soul is not physical. So why He want to use His hands? Miss Afifa saying, sorry if I annoy you. No, you are not annoying me. I understand. I feel sorry for you, honestly. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying, you are struggling. You sit here and you listen to what we say, and obviously you cannot answer it. So, you try to defend. You are not defending Islam, by the way. You are trying to defend yourself. You are trying to prove to yourself that you are not a fool. That's the whole point. Sorry if I annoy you. I think Islam has a lot to offer. Like what? The husband, he can beat you. He can marry 4 wives. He can divorce you by text message. And he can lie to you. So what family you are talking about? If you say to me that your father is a good man, he did not beat your mother, that's because he's a good man. Not because Islam is good. If he wanted to follow Islam, he can beat her for any reason of his choice. If he wanted, he can marry 2nd wife, 3rd wife, 4th wife, and this is nobody can ask him why. And when your mother, she get older, or you get older, your husband, he can throw you away and say, you know what? It's time for retirement for you. I need a fresh, beautiful wife, 16, 17 years old. Now you are 50. Can we have link for Allah hands? Yeah, here we go. Let me shorten the link for you. But this is in Arabic. You have to use Google browser and use Google translation. You can search in Google in English. You can find directly. There's tons of Muslim website saying, yes, Allah have hands. And as you see, there's tons of videos too in YouTube. The only one who can deny is those kids in YouTube. Kids, they can say, but when you are a scholar, you are a sheikh, and they will take you accountable for what you say. You don't say what people like Mimi Hijab and Susu and Dudu say. Those people will lose their job if they speak something wrong. But when you are a kid in YouTube and you say whatever you want, who care? Who's going to go after you? You're nobody. So when Afifa she say that Islam offer many things, Islam offer nothing. Islamic world is under destruction. Go and see even the rich ones, Qatar, Emirat, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. Go and just see how Islamic world is. Zero business trust. There's no trust in business. Thief, liars, they buy from you, they borrow money, they never pay back. The only way to get paid back is to have a gang. The police is corrupt, the judge are corrupt, the president is corrupt, the king is corrupt, the prince are corrupt, the Sharia law is corrupt, everybody is corrupt. In Islamic countries, you don't even dare to open your mouth. You are not a human, you are a chicken. There's only two words you can say, Allahu Akbar, bak, 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 bak. The second you open your mouth, you say something useful, you will end in jail. There's a big sheikh. He went in YouTube and he made a video about a dream. A dream. That guy, he did not do anything. He just mentioned a dream. Have you ever heard of a dream can take you to execution? I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember his name. What the name of this guy? This guy, he have like 3 million subscribers in his Twitter. He saw a dream, and his video is not even like 10 minutes. Execution. I'm trying to find the name, remember the name. Let us see. Yeah, I totally forgot his name. You know, I'm like, I don't care for him, but this is just an example of how Islamic, you know, society is really damaged. I believe Prophet PPOH something akin to not have more than one wife, unless you cannot. So why he did not start with himself? you know, FIFA. You said you don't want to be annoying, but I don't know how you see yourself. You said to me the Prophet, he wants you to have one wife only. Shouldn't he start with himself? Can't he? If I want to teach people here how to be good, like I say to those Christians, you should marry only one woman, but you can have 4. So he meant 1, but he said 4. This is what you are saying to me. And not only that, he go and he marry 1 after 1 after 1 after 1 after 1. And not only that, after he have 13, he made verses saying any believing woman, she can offer herself to the Prophet. Is that really what you think happened? And then when you say to me, you can have one wife unless you can support her. What the heck is that? So Muhammad, he gave a license for the rich to abuse women, and the poor, no, not because he's a good man, but because he cannot support her. You see, Satan always work with the rich. Satan, he favored the rich one, always. The rich one is the one who have a house in the front of the beach. The poor, they cannot even go vacation to the beach. The rich is the only one who have their own airplane. The rich is the only one who have their own villas. The rich is the only one who don't even go to work. The rich, and now the one who cannot afford it, brother, he have only one. afford it, as if we are talking about buying a property or a car. Afford. It's not about the right thing, it's about affording. So if a person like to have 4 cars, why not? He can afford it. So you are saying to me now, you have no problem that one day your husband, he got rich, he can afford it, and then he dump you. Or, you know, he go back home and he have another wife in his hand. He opened the trunk. Hey, Aisha, come. Hey, Afifa, come here. Let me introduce to you my second wife. And here, hold on, this is not the only one. Hey, Zainab, come here, Zainab. This is my third wife. And yeah, because today I got rich, you know, I got a big payment, you know. And no, we're not done. Hold on, there's one more, you know. He can afford it. Is that really what you seek in life? And if one of you open her mouth, he will beat the hell of her. The Muslim, they say the Prophet, he taught the Muslims to be nice to the women. How? He said, don't beat them until they break their bones. You can see how nice he is. Don't beat them until you break their bones. How nice, man. How wonderful. What a screwed up cult. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Huh? Kalf, why your pick? Blood supplement Israeli flag. Well, who is this Israeli flag? Maybe he's trying to make a statement, but even the Muslims, when they speak about Israel, they forgot. I remember once I was doing a seminar, and a Muslim, Abdul, he said, I heard that you support the Jews' the crime of Israel. I said, are you a Muslim? I said, yeah. I said, do you have the Quran with you? I said, yeah. I said, can you open for me chapter 5, verse number 21? I said, yeah, sure. And then the guy took him forever to find it. They helped him. They don't even know how to find the verse in the Quran. And then, okay, oh my people, go into the Holy Land, which Allah has ordered for you. Turn not to fight. He said, okay, so what is this? He said, well, this is the Jews. Allah, he ordering the Jews to go and kill the Palestinians. He said, this is not true. He said, read it. This is Moses. Go. Verse number 20. And remember when Moses says to his people, oh my people, remember Allah favor unto you. You should see the face of this guy. And everybody was dying laughing. And then he said, maybe at that time. I said, so it's okay at that time to kill Palestinians, but now, you know, what kind of logic you have? So they speak against Israel, but even in their book, the word Jerusalem never mentioned. The word Palestine never mentioned. And what is mentioned is the Holy Land, which is assigned to you, which means it's not only Jerusalem. All the land which is holy is assigned to the Jews. And that will make it include Mecca. What do you think? Does it say in the front of us, the Holy Land? It says the Holy Land, right? Okay, Muslims, what is the Holy Land for Allah? Look how the Muslim in the translation, they are the word Palestine. Allah, he never heard of Palestine. He says the Holy Land assigned for you. Why Allah he assigned the land for them? And when they refused to kill the Palestinians, what Allah he did? He made them lose their way for 40 years in the desert. Verse number 26. All of this because they refuse to kill the Palestinians. Omanet Caliph, well, my friend, call me and prove what you say. Secondly, this land is their land. It's not even the Christian land. This is the land of the Jews. Even your city prophet, when they ask him who is the one who built Jerusalem, he said David and Solomon. David and Solomon. Let us see. Just to show you how silly, how those stupid they are. And actually, you know what? Those Israeli army, they are very, I'm very disappointed of them. I don't want to say the army, I want to say the leaders. In the last month, at least, I think, at least 20 Israeli being killed by stabbing. Women, children, men, car attack. And what the Israeli do? Nothing. Nothing. Imagine if the Jews do that in a Muslim country. Just imagine. Let us see. Read this hadith. Oh, give me a second. Do you see it? It says, when Sulaiman, the son of David, finished building Baytul Maqdis. Do you see it? Baytul Maqdis, this is Jerusalem. This is the history, the science of Muhammad. According to Muhammad, the one who built Jerusalem is Solomon. Do you see it? So as long this is the land of the Jews and the one who built it is the Jews, why you want the land of the Jews? If the one who built the houses and the buildings are the Jews, give the Jews their houses. This is their books. Islamic religion, because it's satanic, they want to take everything. They kick the Jews from Mecca and they chase them now all the way. And now they are trying to chase them and to take their houses. And because now Israel, they have a very fake leaders like Netanyahu or the guy in the office now, corrupt. Those terrorists, they are taking advantage of a corrupt leaders. They are politically correct. They are just afraid what the media will say. Every day there's an attack inside the streets of Israel. How many times we heard any Western media crying for them? Nobody. If one Palestinian get killed, what will happen? CNN, Fox News, Arabia TV, Al Jazeera, interview, they killed, and programs, and etc. Go right now and search attacks in Jerusalem. You will see even Muslims giving sweet baklava each time they do attack. No, you don't see it. How many of you heard of this attack? 15 years old kid killed. I think she is a girl. 22 Israeli wounded. 22. We did not hear it. And if they speak of it, it's just a second, like, nothing. But if it is one of those terrorists, then you will find how much the media they speak about it, how much noise, especially Democrat, the supporters of Joe Biden. They put bombs in the buses. Look, this is November 23. This is November 23. This is November 15. November 15, November 14. Terrorists, when they see that your leaders are doing nothing about it, they would do more. And right now, there is no real leaders in Israel. They don't have a single leader. And now, what make it more horrible now, Netanyahu is coming back. The most horrible, corrupt person ever in the history of Israel. Do we have any Muhammadan? So the truth is, if the Jews really are serious to take back their land, the Quran is in their side, saying that the Holy Land is assigned to the Jews, which means Mecca, Jerusalem, all this land belong to the Jews. The Jews should take it. And actually, the Jews, they used to exist in Bahrain. They used to exist in Emirat. They used to exist in all those countries. They should take their land back. They can share it with others, but they should give in their land back. Specifically in Mecca and Al-Medina. The whole city of Medina is belong to the Jews. All of it. But in order to do that, you need a real leader. And as long as no leaders exist, the drama will continue. And you see Qatar now, they invited Israel to join the FIFA. And when the journalists go there, they start insulting them. And those journalists, they don't know how to they are stupid. They don't know even how to answer. The Israelis are far away from it to be educated about Islam and what to do with them. The bad thing is about in Israel that the huge number of the Jews now in Israel, they are liberals. And wherever liberals goes, destruction come. Liberalism is self-destruction. You do not need to destroy any country by war. Just to bring the liberals. They will take your land to the ground, to dust. What do you think about a black Hebrew Israeli? A bunch of racist. As simple as that. Oh, black Hebrew. You see, Hebrew, the Israeli, are from that land. And those are not African. That's not Africa. And since when they are black? With my love to the black people. But those are racist. The same as Muhammad, they hijack, they hijack Musa, they hijack Jesus, they hijack. Those are a bunch of racist group, and they decide to say we are Israelis. But reality is different, I saw actually even Asian claim that they are Jews. How in the world you are Asian Jew? That's weird. Right? Especially like Judaism, maybe now they are accepting new convert because their number is small and they need more people. But in reality, there's no convert in Judaism. We reject any racist group, even if they claim to be Christian. Doesn't matter. Would you be willing to speak to my family in chance? Sure. Just let me know. And we can schedule time, me and you. But I will not talk to you alone. Just to let you know, you are a lady. If you want to talk to me, you have to have somebody with you. All right? And I don't know who is your family, no problem. I will be happy to talk to them. All right? Just tell me in Skype when, if you want to tell me right now, just tell me. If you don't know, later maybe you can update me. But remember, I don't open Skype every day. Like when I go live, I open Skype. So I will not see your message until I go live. All right? I will be happy to talk to your family. Anyway. We as a Christian, we should reject any racist group. It doesn't matter who. They claim to be Christian, they claim to be Hindu, they claim to be Jews, they claim whatever they claim. Anyone is racist. They discriminate people because of their race or their color. We are against them. No question about that. The Bible says there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave. For all is one. By whom? By Christ. Amen to that. So with the Christ, we are united, we are one family, and you will be judged by your fruits. So if you are a person and you are white and you are bad, you are bad. If you are black, you are bad, you are bad. If you are good, you are good. It's not what your color is, it's what your fruits. Good is good and bad is bad. Doesn't matter what his color is. There is wonderful Asian, there is bad ones, there is, there is everywhere. Every house have a sink. Every house have a toilet seat where poo-poo goes. So you will find even inside your own house, in the same family, a sink. Even if your family is the most wonderful family, in the family you will find one of you, he belonged to poo-poo. The Talmud say bad things about Jesus, no problem. We refute them. And remember, you see, even those who hate Jesus, Jesus don't hate them. He don't. We give them a chance to repent until the last minute of their life. For us, we warn them, we teach them, we show them. They accept, they accept. This is not an excuse to hate the Jews because they have a book, it's called Talmud, speaking bad about, actually the Talmud, even though speaking bad about Jesus, is speaking good in the same time. How? The Talmud says that Jesus, he went, and the reason he was able to do his miracles, he went to Egypt and he learned magic. That is a confirmation from those who hate Jesus that Jesus was really doing miracles. If my enemies witness to me, how wonderful that witnessing is. Magic. Who in the world want to believe in this? That what he did, it was because of a magic. So even the books of the enemies, because their Satan is not working good, is stupid at the end of the day. He witnessed to Jesus. Still, we will not hate them. And remember that the majority of the Jews already are Christians. And remember that all and everything we learned we did not learn because my people or your people. We learned because of the Jews. It is the Jews who brought Jesus to us. It is the Jews who become disciples. It is the Jews who died for Jesus. We call them disciple. Those are Jews. So why we don't remember that we ourselves, we receive our salvation through the Jews? So don't let the devil make you hate them. You know, I remember when I was in the Middle East, a Muslim says to me, how come you don't hate the Jews? I said, why I want to hate them? They said, don't they kill Jesus? I said, I thought they don't kill Jesus. He said, yeah, in the Islam they don't. I said, so why I want to hate them then? So imagine they try to make me hate the Jews because they killed Jesus. You see how hypocrite they are? So they don't believe that Jesus was killed by the Jew, but now they have to compromise because they want more people to support their hatred. But we will not fall into that trap. And we don't hate the Muslims too. A Muslim person, I believe, he is deceived. He needs help. Now, if he's a terrorist, this is a different story. We have army, we have police, they will deal with them, they will make him shish kebab. But a person, he is not being terrorist, he want to argue, want to debate, wonderful. And maybe we can save him and win him to Christ. And then we win his family. So we love them, we don't hate them. We hate things they do, but we don't hate the people. The lost tribe of the Jews, my friend, if they are lost, that will not change their color. Let us say I am lost from my family, and then I stayed away for 100 years, and then I come back to my family and I look Asian. I mean, what the logic is that behind this? You know what I mean? If I am lost, how my ethnic will change? And by the way, I would like to look Asian. That would be wonderful. I can go and live in Indonesia and have a nice house there. And you know, the beautiful go like do hunting. I don't know what they have there. They have, I don't know what they have animals. I heard in Indonesia they have, you cannot hunt elephants. No, they are nice animals. I don't know what they have. So, you know, if I look Asian, nobody will notice that I'm Christian Prince. And then I will go there. I will eat shrimp and I will eat seafood. You know, yeah. Will be good. And I will go live from there. And nobody will notice that I'm Christian Prince. But I never heard of somebody he is lost somewhere and then he came back like he was white and he turned black, or he was black and he turned to be white. So imagine you are an African, you get lost in the desert for 70, 80 years. You come back, you are redhead like Donald Trump. That is a nice movie. This is remind me of American movies. You know, American movies like Sylvester Stallone was shot in the right shoulder in the previous scene. In the second scene, the blood is in the other shoulder. The director is stupid. He forgot which arm he was shot with. You know, I'm a person when I watch movies, I don't enjoy the movie much right away because I notice how stupid the director is. You know, I mean, I wish I can just watch a movie like everybody. But I notice how stupid idiot the director is. Every single movie is horrible, stupid. Even those who they made them by famous artists or actors, let's say. Unbelievable. Like, and the other day, you know, YouTube suggested to me a movie of what? What this guy's name? Clint? What his name? He supposedly was FBI agent, whatever. And man, I was like, I could not even continue watching the movie. The director obviously is just a person dropped from a stable. Maybe this is his first movie ever. Yeah. No, I don't like to watch any movie about Christ because I believe all of them they have a lot of fabrications. At the same time, I believe that maybe it helped some people to know about Christianity, no problem. But for me, I do not need to watch those things. I don't like it. Do you have a movie that you actually like The Passion of Christ? I did not say I like it. I did not watch it. There is many religious movies made by people who they are not religious, so you have to be careful. Come to my house in Bromo. What is that? Bomio? Why they call it Bomio? There's bombs there? What happened? Sound fishy. Come to my house in Bomio. Where is that? Let's see. Bomoyo, a giant rock island, Southeast Asia, Malay, Archak. Okay, so this is in Malaysia, right? You want me to go there? And look, I mean, this is really not a good-looking island. Guys, look, they are inviting me to go to this ugly island. I will never go there. You're right. Are you kidding me? Scary. Look at those boats and, you know, those, and there's water there. You want me to go and there's water? You want to drown me? You think I'm the Pharaoh, don't you? I know the trick. You need the news of Israel. They are beat the Muslim kids in the street. I'm a Pakistani and I know this, but you American don't. You know, this is what make it funny, that you know what's happening in Jerusalem and you are in Pakistan. That's amazing, my friend. This guy is from Pakistan. You do not know what the Jews are doing. Shall I show you what your prophet did to the kids of the Jews? Let us say, for the sake of argument, you are saying this is true. Shall I show you what your prophet did to the kids of the Jews? Are you with me? So either you are a hypocrite, you condemn it when you want, and you support it when you want, or you are a decent man, and you condemn it anyway. So are you willing to say that what my prophet did against the Jews is disgusting, specifically against the Jews, the kids, who he took them as slaves, and he raped their women? Are you there? You guys, you heard my stomach? Yeah, my stomach is sinking. No, actually today, I did not, I ate already, but I ate noodles, you know. You guys, my microphone is, hey, microphone, don't tell what my stomach is saying. Shame on you. Unbelievable. What about what the Pakistani do to the Christians in Pakistan? Burning Christians, kidnapping Christians, raping Christian women. And this guy in Pakistan is worried about a human right. Do you see? I mean, the Pakistani, they are sensitive. They are very sensitive, brother. What a bunch of hypocrites. You yourself, you don't have rights in Pakistan. You kidnap women, you rape women, you kidnap even your police, you kill your police, you attack police stations. I mean, look who's talking. Drugs, mafia, gang. Even Prime Minister cannot walk in the street, you know, without risking his life. And he is talking about what? Do you know they are beating kids in Israel? Look how sensitive they are. Very sensitive. He's from Pakistan, brother. #1 top country of a human right. Okay, guys, so now I have an invitation to Boreno. Look what I found there. I'm going to have a friends. What the heck? This guy is blonde. Blonde monkey? Me. Do you think, guys, he is coloring his hair, or this is really how he is? What do you mean nice place? You go there, he will steal my phone. You can't open your window. You open your window, boom, he took your phone. He took your phone, he will take your... I have only one shoes. And then what? You go chase the monkey in the jungle. Good luck with that. And now I know why those, Indonesian, they are inviting me there. They have a plan for me. And look at this guy, he's waiting. What the heck? What? What's up? Ah, it's in Indonesia? Okay. Well, Indonesia, Muslims, they love me there too. It's not like Malaysia, no, sure. In Indonesia, they love me, really. Yeah, look at this beach, man. Disgusting. What the heck is that? Somebody dropped something there? Why like in the middle it's blue, and then around it is like, what the heck? I don't want to go to Indonesia, man. This is disgusting. I like to go to countries, beautiful countries, like green countries, like Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, or Qatar, beautiful Qatar. Do you have, okay, hold on. Hey, Indonesian people, do you have FIFA? You don't have FIFA. I got you busted. You don't have FIFA. What is that? This guy was debating me, and the one I hang up on him. Look what happened to his nose. This is the guy who called me and he said he's a ghost. And he did lie. He said he is reading Ibn Abbas. When I opened Ibn Abbas, I put it for him in the screen. He refused to read. Now I know you. Look at his nose, getting longer. What's wrong with this man? What happened to his nose? Man, this guy, he can't have a fight because his wife, she will grab him from his nose immediately. Unbelievable. Oh, look what the girls, they dress there. That's a nice clothing, actually. Look nice. They have a lot of makeup, man. Oh, this is not the same island now. Here it says Poremo, Malaysia. You told me this is Indonesia. But here in the website, it says people of Sabah, Perenno, Malaysia. All right. Look at this. Yeah. No, I cannot go there, sorry. First of all, look at this view. You can tell that the water is dirty. And you see, here we go. Like, there's a grass growing in the water. See? In my country, we don't have a grass in the water. What about the topic? The mind-blowing science of Prophet Muhammad. Well, we changed the topic because there's nobody scoring, so we give up. We got them busted already. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go there, man. I like to go to beautiful places. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy, he ran away from his mother-in-law, so he decided to live where? In the middle of nowhere. So he cannot take a taxi. She can't take a bicycle. She can't ride a camel. She cannot come to visit him. This is the best place if you have a mother-in-law, she is bothering you. I'm telling you. Unless she swim like a submarine. You build a house there. You are going to be alone there with your wife. You do fishing, swimming. You eat lobster. By the way, do you know why they call it lobster? Because they get it from the lab star in Hollywood, you know. There's a lab star. They make stars there. This is why they make lobsters. It's California thing. This is why it doesn't taste good. So you live there and your mother-in-law, she will never show up. And I'm telling you, this is a good advice. Yeah. It's haram. What do you mean haram is not your mother-in-law, she is not coming for you? What a hypocrite you are. Oh, you know what? You can build your house here in the other side and your mother-in-law and you cut the rope. Like you say, hey, come here. Hey, you know, from here. We are here, the other side. Yeah, here. When she is in the middle, cut the rope, you know, and that's it. Take beer. I'm just joking. Don't do that. Shame on you. Fishing in Saturday. You know, I want to try fishing in Saturday and make a video about it, see what will happen to me. But then the Muslim did not need to prove it. I look like a monkey already. They will say, see? You know? But my friend, but nothing changed. Still, I was like, this is how I was at the beginning, and this is before and after. Nothing changed. So don't think you can prove any point of it. Unbelievable. Oh boy. I mean, look at those. Man, look at this nose. Really weird. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I'm coming to your island for sure then, just to meet those gentlemen. What the heck this guy is doing? What? She is holding the cable with her two legs. Can you believe it? Man, imagine this monkey steal your phone and you are going to chase him. He will never get your phone back. Okay, now those are going to vote for election. You know, remember when the monkey, she committed fornication, as the prophet he said, and the hadith, that, you know, she gets stoned. So those are the monkeys. They are lined up to vote that stone her, not stone her, stone her, not stone her. And then finally, they decide to stone her. That is the donkey. What donkey mean? She is just hanging around. Yeah, she is hanging around literally. Yeah. All right. You're funny. I'm like your laugh. Okay, hold on. This is very complicated. How I am funny and you like my laugh. What does that mean? So you like my laugh and that make me funny, or you like my funny because you like my laugh? You know, this is really, it sounds like you're making Quran now. You're funny, I like your laugh. I'm laugh, you know? I don't know what to say. Okay, hold on. What is this? What is that? I mean, those islands, obviously here in the state, we have nothing compared to what you have there. All kind of animals and creatures. What about mosquitoes, man? Hey, Indonesian people, tell me about mosquitoes. How good the mosquitoes there? Are they friendly? Are they friendly? Because mosquitoes, they love me. They eat me alive. I will be standing with 10 people, and the only one is scratching his feet is me. I guess they love my blood. You are nuts, CP? Is that different from walnut? You people are funny. You are not CP. You know, English is really funny, like you are not. So how I will know now, it is not as not N-O-T or not as N-U-T. And what is different? My blood is so sweet. I don't know if it's sweet or not, but mosquitoes like it. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Those pictures. Really, those islands are really. You can imagine how much mosquitoes there in those jungles. Yeah. Quit showing your uncle. Oh, sorry. Which one of them? Which one of them? Uncle Darwin. Oh boy. uh, here we have a friend saying, bless you, Abdul, in my workspace, gave dawah of science in Islam and to unknown people. I came along and I mentioned the earth upon the whale tafsir, and no ketchup come out, only anger. Why? Because, you know, you get him busted. This is why it's very important for us to learn, right? So when the moment comes, you can stand out and you can expose their lies and you can save some souls, including your families. You know, your children, they go to school, they meet with Muslims, Muslim immigrant, or depend on your country. And then, like if you live in Indonesia, the majority are Muslims. So if your kid, when he hears those things about science and the Quran and etc., you know, he might be impressed and he might believe it. And then he come back home and he says, hey, Dad, Mom, I became a Muslim. Then what you will do? It's too late. It's going to be very hard to convince him not to be. But if you teach your children from an early age about how silly, how stupid the Quran, that will be the same as a vaccine against disease. This is what you do here, actually. We are giving you the vaccine for free. What do you think about cosmological argument? You have to give me the argument. Muslims, they have many cosmological arguments. Anyway, any argument the Muslim they bring is false. That's why we open challenge. Bring me one. They cannot. Anything they bring is false. Can you talk about scientists, the Muslim, they claim that they are scientists? Let us say there's a Muslim who is a scientist. So what does this have to do with Islam? So are the Muslims saying to us, are they saying to us that their God is stupid and their scientists are smart? All the scientists I know, they call them scientists. They are not Muslims either. They are like Yazidi or Christians or Persian who worship the fire, and even the one who is born from a Muslim family, they consider them apostate and they are kuffar. Thank you from Malaysia, my friend. Good to have you all. Do we have any Muslim who would like to say anything? When I speak about scientists, we have millions of Christian scientists, but we don't say what does have to do with Christianity. I mean, seriously, what does have to do with Christianity? If I am a Christian, I became scientist. So, And I discovered something amazing. We have tons. I mean, everything we are using is discovered more. Electricity is discovered by Christian scientists. Electricity is the biggest revolution in history of mankind. But what does this have to do with Christ? When they are bankrupt, they try to find something. It's like, Islam is like a camel is collapsing, and the camel can't stand no more. So what they do, they put rocks under his belly. So he will lay down on his belly over the rock, but his legs is coming down. So he look like he's standing. Very good. As long as, Muhammad, he claimed that women, she can deliver a child after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Go right now and search for, I don't know if you can find it in English. In Arabic, you can search for Muddat al-Haml fil Islam. Let me type it for you. Copy it. If you are using computer, you can copy it. If phone, I don't think so. If you copy this, copy it and search if you have a computer, and then open the one you will find in Google browser and click at Google Translation. The only religion who says that a woman, she can deliver a child after 7 years of having sex is Islam. 8 years, 10 years, unlimited years. Only Islam. This is science. And this is the science according to Islam, not according to scientists. Let me give you this link. Remember, you have to use Google Translation in order to be able to read. It's in Arabic. Open this link and use Google Translation. Here we go. Islam question and answer. This is the website. Islam question and answer. See it? Okay. The title: How long a woman she can be pregnant according to Islam. Use Google Translation. What is the longest woman she can be, etc., according to Islam? Since I have read the fatwa number, etc., blah 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 blah. Here the answer. Thanks to Allah. The issue of the longest period is the following. According to etc. scholars, a woman she can be is 9 months. According to this and that, it can be 1 year. This is number 2. But now we will go to the real scholars, the big ones, the ones, the Muslim, they have their sect based on them. The sect, Al-Hanafi. According to Hanafi, and I think Mimi Hijab is a Hanafi, is 2 years. According to Layth Ibn Sa'd, 3 years. 4 years, this is the view of the Shafi'i and the Hanbali. Shafi'i and Hanbali and the Hanafi, the Muslim Sunni are 4 sects. So now we have Hanafi, we have Shafi'i, and we have Hanbalis. This is quarter of the Islamic Sunni numbers. The view of the Shafi'i and the Hanbali, and the most popular of the 2 opinion, 5 years. Sorry, there is 2 opinion. 4 years, sorry, this is 4 years. Here it says 4 years, yeah. And then number 5, 5 years according to Imam Malik. So this is the number fourth Islamic Sunni sect. So now we have all the Islamic sect. All the Islamic sect agree about many years a woman, she can be carrying a child from a previous husband, regardless if he is divorcing her or divorced her already, or he died 5 years ago. 6 years according to Az-Zuhri and Malik, the same as Imam Malik. So Imam Malik, he have a view of 5 and maybe 6 too. And here it says 7 years, and this is the say of etc., etc., according to the narration of Az-Zuhri and Malik. So the same Zuhri and Malik, they have different opinion. They are not sure if it's 6 or 7. And then they continue. There's no limit. There's no limit according to this and this and this and this. So you can divorce your wife, or even you die, and then 20 years after, your wife, she can claim that the baby is yours. Do you see it? And this is their website. This is not our statement or our speech, or, you know, we are just reading for you, and this is Google translation. And any Muslim who read Arabic, he can read it in Arabic. And I challenge them to say I'm lying. And then they continue. Listen, it's not even, you know, I mean, the story is, it's really weird. I mean, this is where, this is like which year? You see, if this is like an opinion was given 10 centuries ago, I would say, okay, this is written 2009. Do you think Islam will become more liberal? Depending on the oil. If the oil is strong, the price is strong, thanks to Putin, and the Muslims are getting rich, Islam will never go liberal. What gives strength to Islam is the oil money. When Islamic countries go poor, then they will go liberal. You know, look what happened in Egypt. Egypt, when the majority of Egypt was extremely poor, they were very liberal. Women, they wear short skirt, belly dancing in the street, and nobody cared for Islam, nobody cared for religion. Then the money of Saudi Arabia came, and they start pumping their money in Egypt. And Egypt turned to a demonic country in a few years. From country, anyone who knows Egypt, go and watch the movies in Egypt just 30 years ago. You will not believe it that this is Egypt. What happened now? So, and then the hijab started, and the sheikhs making a speech, and hatred, and then they start attacking the Christians and burning churches. Wherever the money of the oil goes, disasters will come. Afghanistan, those people, they have the temples of the Buddhists for centuries. Nobody destroyed it. Nobody spoke about destroying them. The money of Saudi Arabia and Emirat and Bahrain came, and the door, the gate of hell opened. The money, my friend. You are not fighting Islam, you are fighting the money. I believe that the future of the oil is going to be miserable, and this is temporary. Every day there is a new discovery of a new method to generate energy. And I believe that the world will switch so fast, because now they notice. You see, those Western, they were so stupid. They were thinking they don't want nuclear, they don't want, you know, and at the same time they want to go green, but they buy oil. I mean, look how stupid they are. They want to go green, but what they do? They still buy oil. So they stop their nuclear, and now they are not independent no more. They are kissing the asses of Putin, kissing the asses of Qatar, etc., or the American. Because in America we have a lot of oil and I have a lot of gas. You know, we have way a lot. So now they notice how stupid they are. Germany was destroyed by a woman who ruled the country and she took the country to hell. And now those Germans, they wake up, they notice how bad it is. France is no different. UK, price is going crazy because the price of gas and oil will affect everything. So now they notice, and now they will try to shift fast as they can. So time will come, my friend, and because it now became a necessity, it's not the choice. Now they notice that how stupid they were. So soon is going to switch. I believe it's not even, maybe maximum 15 years from now. Things will shift in a very, very big way. More people will, more countries will depend on in nuclear energy, and more they will depend in like magnetic and hydrogen. And hydrogen will be the replacement of the oil, the coming hydrogen. And I think this will be the biggest revolution in the future. And time will tell, but I believe that things will change so fast, because now they knew how miserable their plan was. They were so stupid, they were so wrong. Germany, they invested billions and billions of dollars just for a pipeline with Russia. And they forgot about Russia, that Russia one day can be something else. So now their bloodline is Russia. And now suddenly they cannot buy from Russia. And even if they want to buy, somebody is going to bombing their pipeline. So European, we can say they get screwed, because they have a very stupid planning and liberal government for a long time. They want to go green, and they knew that they cannot go green. It's too early. They are not ready. You need a lot more time. So their plan was wrong. Their strategic was wrong. Their military is not even exist. I mean, look at Europe. All of Europe now depend in USA. There's no military. UK army is not even the same number of Hezbollah. Hezbollah have 100,000 fighters in Lebanon. UK have 80,000. You might say they have nukes. So what, you have nukes? This is not enough even to keep order inside the country. If riots start inside UK, who is going to control the country? Nobody. 80,000, they can't even control a city. So they were stupid. They did not build their army. They don't have weapon. They don't have a strategy. They are dependent in USA. All the NATO. If USA come out, the NATO is a balloon. All of it together. And they did lie to themselves about solar. And what solar? Are you kidding me? What solar? You need a lot of work for the solar. And especially in countries where the sun doesn't even go up, or they don't have too much sun. Anyway, all of this will change. I believe the energy market is going to switch, and now companies, they are investing heavily in finding different source or resource of energy. And I think they have it already. You know, it just now is going to be implemented in order to be independent again. But they are behind in everything. Everything. A Christian hating Arab YouTuber who has over 1 million subscribers was talking about UK becoming a Muslim majority country. And a Christian hating Arab. My friend, you don't have Muslims in Islamic countries. So how in UK? Go and see your girls in UK, what they do. Do you want me to show you what Mimi Hijabi said? I know. People are funny. Liberalism is number one flourishing cult in the world. More women are naked, more men are losers, more drugs, hashish, nightclub, etc. This is the most popular religion. And the Muslims are part of it. Your religion is nightclub religion too. All those Muhammadan who claim that they are really Muslims, even in YouTube, in reality, they don't practice Islam. Do you pay tax? This is against Islam. Do you obey the government of the country you live in? This is against Islam. The Quran, chapter 5, verse 51, says those who take Christians or Jews as protectors is one of them. So they live hypocrisy. They, music, nightclubs, drugs, prostitution, etc. And then the second you say Islam, they say we are Muslims. What is the percentage of Muslims in Morocco? 0. Tunisia, 0. Egypt, go into Egypt. Everybody take hashish, everybody take drugs. Just play music and see how many women they will dance in the street, wearing hijab. So in the appearance they have religion, but in reality Islam is dead from long time. Grooming gangs? I don't know what is that a grooming gang mean. I don't know. My friend, I believe Europe, all of it is screwed, because Europe, they opened their land to immigration with no control, and it's open for all gangs from everywhere. So don't cry about what happened in your country. If you live in there, it's your fault. Nobody brought them to you. You brought them to yourself. You open your borders, you welcome them, you give them housing, you give them salary, you give them education, you give them everything. So how you can complain? You cannot. And me, myself, I will never feel sad for any of those countries, because things you did to yourself, I believe you deserve it. I believe this is a punishment from God on you. When you allow evil to flourish in your society, you are a person who deserves it. Don't cry for what you did. It's your done. It's your hand done. So let us say one day a country used to be a European, used to be a Christian country, and all the country became atheists or Muslims. I will never cry for them, because did what they did to himself. You see, God, he punished nations. God, he punished even Israel many times. People don't want to learn. When you leave God, you are by your own, and then the gate of hell will open on you. So no security, no safety in the street, no peace, nothing. You have nothing, and your economy will go down. This is what liberals, they brought to you. They are politically correct. You see, when you have tons of thousands of immigrants coming, I am an immigrant myself, so I cannot be against immigrant. Me, myself, I'm an immigrant. But when you bring immigrant, you do not even know who they are. Not only that, all of them, they are male. That will destroy the society. Those males, they need females. Did you even think about it? They have sexual needs, and they come from countries where women don't show their legs or their ass or their even socks. And then they walk in Europe and they see naked women, literally. Like you go on the beach, you see a woman have no bra. What you expect? European people are really stupid. I don't know. You might be European here and you get offended. I'm just telling you, European people are stupid. And the one who don't appreciate what he have will be taken away from him or her. You don't appreciate what you have, my friend, it's going to be taken away from you unless you fight for it. As simple as that. For me, I am one-man army, changing a lot of, a lot of field. And we travel overseas without going to overseas. We travel overseas without even flying overseas. Here we go. People from around the world, they are listening. So you can stand and you can fight against it, and you can warn people, and you can change things. And by the way, not only, don't think that only Europe is doomed. I mean, I believe the whole world almost is doomed. Drugs, sex, just give it any chance for riot, as an example. Like, just make the police disappear for one day, and you will see even what in America what will happen. We live in a very dangerous world because ethic becomes zero. Ethic is disappearing, not only in Muslim countries, in all the world. Theft is you are smart when you are a thief these days. A woman is sleeping around, oh, she's having fun. A man is sleeping around, oh, he is so good, man. And they speak about how good they are, how proud they are, about how many women they slept with this week. A woman, she is a virgin, people make fun of her. She have a problem. She need to see a shrink. You need to see a doctor. What's wrong with you? So we are in a time where the shame is good and the good is shame. So don't be surprised about what will happen. Okay, I exit actually because I thought I'm going to leave. Oh, you are saying Sheikh Karim is online? All right, hold on, give me a second. Guys, we have the Sheikh from Kuwait. Okay, Sophia, hold on. Tell him not to call me now. Let me restart a new program just for him. All right. So it will be a new broadcast. All right. Let me create a new one. So guys, we will have Sheikh from Kuwait, Sheikh Karim. I saw his video actually with our sister. He is really a sheikh. Give me a second. I just texted him, by the way. I told him, give me a few minutes. I see now his text. So I will create a new broadcast program. Give me a second. So guys, I will restart. I will end this broadcast and I will go live again. I just added a picture. Just people will know who is Sheikh Karim. And we will be with you very soon. So just exit and come back after a few minutes and we will start again. All right? Let us see. I just started a new broadcast. Let me give you the link for the new one before you exit. Give me a second. So you just click at the second link. Here we go. All right. So this is the link for the new broadcast. Just click in it and go there, please. So we are going to switch to the other one. We have Sheikh Kareem. He is welcome to join us. And I will be live in a few minutes. All right. And we will call him. Thank you very much.